special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Surface Master, and Rising Hope Counseling.
We'll take off for a second. Dean, outdoors right field. That one is going to get out for Bennett Dean. 5 runs driven in.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, Air Tech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, and B&B Equipment.
Zabel on the 3-0, outdoor center field. That's far, that's gone. A 3-run homer for Grace Zabel. And it's a 3-1 lead.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Birding Electric, Olson Plumbing, and Agtegra.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back on it deep is Rue. He's going to turn and watch it sail over for a home run. And Andy Gordon, his first home run of the season, first home run of his career.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, and Lamb Motor.
The 2-1 pitch. Stout out towards right field. Did he get enough of it? Is it going to go? And walk off. Grand slam for Garrett Stout.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. And now, with the call of today's action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
A big doubleheader here in Sioux Falls as Post-8 and Sioux Falls West will battle the 3 and 4 teams in the state. We'll have a doubleheader here at Harmon Park. Good afternoon, John Winkler here on this beautiful Wednesday. It is cloudy, but it is not feeling like the beginning of July, feeling more like the end of May, maybe end of April, as Post-8 and Sioux Falls West will battle for the second and third time here this season, as they will be looking for 2 big wins. Both teams will be looking for 2 big wins as they sit at number 3 and 4 currently in the standings, and a doubleheader sweep for Post-8 could put them above Sioux Falls West for the remainder of the season. A split goes in well in hand for Sioux Falls West, or even a doubleheader sweep for the West will be big for this team, as they were looking for that leg up and to put themselves in a good spot going into the region tournament coming up next weekend. This coming weekend, the Gopher Classic for both these teams, but next weekend, the end of the regular season and into region play. Sioux Falls West coming in after last night. Just a 14-0 win. Ethan Barron threw a no-hitter. He was 1 walk away from a perfect game. He faced just 22 batters in that 14-0 7-inning no-hitter for Sioux Falls West. So he threw a gem, 77 pitches in 7 innings for Ethan Barron. So he's even available to throw for two different days for the Gopher Classic. Instead of maybe just being on Sunday, he could come back and throw on Saturday at the Gopher Classic. But obviously the attention is turned right now against Post-8. Pierre coming in after a 9-4 win against Harrisburg, although be it the Junior Legion team that they had to face on Monday. They won 9-4 against that Harrisburg squad, as they are now sitting as Post-8 as a number 4 team at 16-8 in South Dakota games. Sioux Falls West at 16-7 in South Dakota games. They are neck and neck for 3 and 4 when it comes to seed points. Obviously, Brandon Valley, they're at number 2, but they will come out of the the Legion standings for region play. And Post-8 currently would be playing against Yankton if they would hold up for the standings. Sioux Falls West currently would be facing Sturgis, although that could flip-flop after today, depending on how things go between Pierre and Sioux Falls West. These two teams met back at the Dakota Classic less than a month ago, right here on Harmon Park. It was a 5-0 win for Post-8. Isaac Pollock threw 6 2/3 of shutout baseball as they are on their way to a 5-0 victory. We'll have starting lineups. We'll have first pitch. That's coming up at 1 o'clock. Some weekday afternoon baseball for you here on KCCR. We step aside for 3 minutes. We will come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Sioux Falls at Harmon Park as we are getting set here for game one of a doubleheader between Pierre and Sioux Falls West here on this Wednesday afternoon as we are one of 5 games going on, or 5 sets of games going on here today. This is the last time that Pierre will play a South Dakota opponent for seed points other than potentially maybe in the Gopher Classic, but they have to win both South Dakota teams have to win their pool and have to continue to advance on before we get a chance for something like that. But Pierre's scheduled to play Aberdeen next week, Wednesday, although the 13th is the final day for seed points, so that game will not count for seed points going into the region tournament. Post State will face Sioux Falls West here in a doubleheader. Actually, there's already a doubleheader going on. Watertown and Brandon Valley started at around 11 o'clock, so they might be getting done here. We'll give a check on that here before we get started with this ball game. Watertown, Brandon Valley were rained out yesterday, so they started a doubleheader at 11 o'clock today. We'll keep you updated on that. Renner and Harrisburg, Renner 1 and Harrisburg playing a doubleheader as well. Post 320 and Aberdeen are facing off in one game, and Sioux Falls East and Brookings will play one game. This is the final games for Post 320. Aberdeen, Brookings, Watertown, and Brandon Valley all this evening. Sioux Falls West and Sioux Falls East will play one more time next Monday here at Harmon Park, as it looks like East will be the home team in that single game. Although being on that Monday, potentially, depending on how things go, it could be canceled if West would go into the Gopher Classic and win their pool. They would be playing on Monday. So that's the look at the schedule here so far for today. The standings, it is Sioux Falls East on top of the standings right now with 43 points. Power points is Brandon Valley in number 2 at 42.8, although their seed really at this point does not matter. Sioux Falls West at number 3 at 42.0869 and Pierre at 41.833. A doubleheader would jump Pierre over Sioux Falls West in the power point standings heading into region play next week, Saturday and Sunday. Post State and Sioux Falls West coming up here in just a little bit. Lincoln Keenels is on the mound for Post State. He will get the start. He'll be going against the Cameron Gadboys as the Eights are going to be looking for a big first game win. They won 5-0 behind a 6 2/3 innings of Isaac Pollock back in the Dakota Classic. That was back towards the middle of June, so less than a month ago, that it was a single game win, a 5-0 win for Pierre over Sioux Falls West. We step aside for 3 minutes. We come back. We'll have first pitch after this. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master. The clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
As we welcome you back here to Harmon, as we are getting set for first pitch, John Winkler here on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. A little chilly on the chilly side, but we'll give you first pitch temps here in just a little bit. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon. As we go through the starting lines, it'll be Lincoln Keenels leading things off. He's the pitcher. Jaden Wiebe batting second and playing second. McGuire Rasky, the right fielder, will bat third. Andy Gordon, the cleanup hitter, he is playing short today. Cade Hinkle is catching, batting fifth. Ben and Dean, the first baseman, batting sixth. Spencer Lettler, the left fielder, will bat seventh, and it will be Gary Nedved batting eighth and playing third base. Elliott Life, the center fielder, will bat ninth here for Post States as they are going against Cameron Gadboys, the man on the mound for Post 15. That wind starting to already creep in a little bit as Keenholz will come to the plate. We're ready for baseball. We will talk about his stats as a pitcher in just a moment, but he is hitting .375 for Post State. Stepping to the plate. First pitch will come inside for ball one at 12:56 here on this Wednesday. Here's the 1-0 from Gadbois. Keenholz will take that inside now quickly 2-0 to the leadoff hitter. Game time temperature 70 degrees here in Sioux Falls. 70 degrees was something that we didn't really see for quite some time, but in spring baseball, and we haven't seen in quite some time either in summer baseball. The count is quickly 3-0 here to Lincoln Keenholz. 3-0 pitch. That one will miss low. It's a 4-pitch walk to open up the ball game. And so that will bring up Jaden Wiebe here with nobody out, one on here in the top of the first. As we go through defensively for Sioux Falls West, Graham Sanders is out in left, Billy Chatwell in center, and Gabe Stoll in right. Dylan Aids at third, Michael Zeman is at short, Mitch Willis at second, Matt Winterton at first. Jamie Legg is behind the plate as Gadbois will deliver the first pitch to Wiebe, and he can't find the zone right now. 5 straight misses here to open up the ball game. 5 misses in a row, 1-0 count here to Wiebe. And here's the 1-0 pitch from Gadbois to Wiebe. That one will find the top of the zone, and there's the first strike from Gadbois as it counts now 1-1. Small crowd here at Harmon, as to expect here with being an afternoon baseball game. Guaranteed some of the Pierre would be taking their lunch break over at Hyde Stadium. But here in Harmon, not a whole lot of the Pierre faithful, just several couple fans. 1-1 pitch. Miss inside and low, now 2-1. We welcome those that are watching from Pierre. Glad you're with us on a afternoon that's some of my favorite baseball is always weekday afternoon baseball. A little matinee for you on a weekday. 2-1 pitches right down the middle now, 2-2 here to Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe's hitting so far 298, 2 ticks below that 300 mark. 10 runs driven in. Here's the 2-2 to Wiebe. He'll chop it foul at the plate, and we'll do it again here at 2-2. Keenholz is on at first base. He is the starting pitcher here in Game 1. That's something that Post State was able to take advantage of just that single game against Harrisburg, is make it a bullpen-type game. Had Keenholz on the mound, he didn't pitch over that mark to have 2 days of rest. Same with Jack Van Camp, same with Elliott Live, same with Bennett Dean. Everybody's available to throw here today. And Lincoln Keenholz gets the ball in Game 1. 2-2 pitch came inside on Wiebe. Got the quick hands around to get a piece of it. So it will remain at 2-2. Here at the top of the first inning. And the second man to come to the plate. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Here's the 2-2 now from Gadbois. Swing and a miss by Wiebe. And there's the first strikeout. That's a big strikeout for Gadbois. Missing the first 5 pitches for balls, and including a first leadoff walk, and you come back and get a strikeout, especially after Wiebe fouled a couple of 2-strike pitches away. Still able to get that strikeout, so there's the first out in this ball game. 1 on, 1 out here for McGuire Rasky. First pitch to Rasky is over for strike 1. Rasky comes in batting a .435 against South Dakota opponents. 12 runs driven in. Here's the 0-1 from Gadbois. That is upstairs, and it's now 1-1. Trying to find his overall season stats here real quick for you. But Rasky is swinging the bat really well throughout the entire season. 1-1 pitch. That one's a chopper. Right side will be fielded by Willis, the second baseman. He'll field and throw to first in Winterton, and there's now 2 down. Keenholz will move up to second. And a base hit from the shortstop, Andy Gordon, could bring the first man in.
Andy Gordon.
Gordon is playing shortstop because Matt Hansen is sick, unable to make it here for the doubleheader. So the first chance for Gordon to play shortstop. Have not called his name at shortstop in quite some time. That one's fouled back by Gordon, and it's 0-1. Gordon is the team leader in RBIs, 27 runs driven in, .389 batting average overall. And against South Dakota opponents. He's hitting .350 with 19 runs driven in. That one's fouled back and out of play again, so the count is now 0-2 to Gordon. Gadboy's trying to work his way out of a leadoff walk on 4 pitches. Keenels didn't see a strike. He's only staying at second base, though, with 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Gadboys will come set from the stretch. Here's the 0-2 to Gordon. A curveball that misses upstairs. Gordon had to duck his head underneath it. And the count's now 1-2. With Keenels at second base, a base hit could get the first run of the ball game in. Here's the 1-2. Gordon swings and misses, and Gadboys will strike out 2 in the inning. And after the leadoff walk, it does not allow a base runner. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between Sioux Falls West and Pierre. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
As we welcome you back here, bottom of the first inning, Lincoln Keenels is on the mound for Post State. As we go through the starting lineup for Sioux Falls West, Billy Chatwell, the center fielder, lead things off. Ethan Barron will bat second and DH. Dylan Aids, the third baseman, batting third. Gabe Stahl, the right fielder, will bat fourth. Graham Sanders, the left fielder, batting fifth. Matt Winterton will bat sixth and play first base. Mitch Willis, the second baseman, batting seventh. Jamie Legg, the catcher, batting eighth. And it'll be Michael Zeman, the shortstop, that will bat ninth here for Sioux Falls West, who were shut out the last time these two teams played. Although they're the ones doing the shutout last night in a 14-0 win over Renner. They had 13 hits in total against Renner, scored 14 runs. Had 13 RBIs, 9 hits, 13 RBIs. Only 1 run did not come in by an RBI, but they had 2 home runs in the contest yesterday against Renner. So it is Billy Chatwell to lead things off. He went 3 for 5 yesterday. So he's been swinging the bat pretty hot as of late. First pitch from Keenels is outside for ball one. Keenels is coming in after throwing on Monday, just threw a couple of innings and kept under that pitch count total. 1-1 pitch is on the outside edge and is now 1-1 here to Chatwell. Keenels has thrown 19 innings. This is his 4th start of the season. He is 1-0 with 2 saves is Keenels, as a 1-1 is on the inside corner, now 1-2. 6 hits so far on the season against Keenels, 4 runs, all of them earned. A 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and starting out the bottom of the first with a strikeout. And there's one down to bring up Ethan Barron. To finish out the line total for Lincoln Keenels coming in, 10 walks, now 26 strikeouts after he picked up that first one there. He's at 2 men. ERA of 1.47 and a whip of 0.84 for Keenels. Here's a guy that had a whip of nearly 0 yesterday. He had an ERA of 0. The first pitch misses outside for ball one. A no-hit shutout for Ethan Barron last night against Renner. That's tough to do against a team like Renner. But he was 1 walk away from a perfect game as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's outside now, 2-0. West end up scoring 5 runs, at least 5 runs in the top of the 7th, because they end up winning 14-0. As that one's popped up right side from Barron, McGuire Rasky is over there patrolling rights. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down here in the top of the first. As we go around the horn defensively for Post State, Spencer Lettler is out in left, Elliott Life in center, McGuire Rasky is in right, Gary Nedved is at third base, Andy Gordon at short, Jaden Wiebe at second, Bennett Dean at first, Cade Hinkle behind the plate, and Lincoln Keenels is trying to finish out a 1-2-3 inning here with Dylan Aids to the plate. First pitch is just above the letters for ball one. Aids went 1 for 2, scored twice yesterday. in that 14-0 win. That one's fouled back, and it's now 1-1. It is 3:30 down the lines here at Harmon Park. 4:10 out in straightaway center. Here's a 1-1 pitch. The curveball that will come upstairs, and ducking underneath it was Dylan Aids. So the count is now 2-1. Post State will travel to the Gopher Classic on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2-1 pitch. That one's popped up, foul, and it will get on top of the grandstand and roll back. And the count is now 2-2. With 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. Keno's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one is skied out up in the air in the right side of the infield. Jaden Weeby is over there. He'll play the win. He'll make the catch. Although he had to look in the glove to make sure he had the ball, but he does make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Lincoln Keno's in the bottom of the first. No score after 1 inning between Pierre and Sioux Falls West. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
Back here at Harmon Park, it is a scoreless ball game as we head to the top of the second. Cade Hinkle, Ben and Dean, and Spencer Lettler, 5, 6, and 7 here for the Eights. Looking for their first hit. They did have a 4-pitch walk to open up the ball game, but then Gadboy settled in that bottom, the top of the first inning. First pitch is upstairs for a ball 1 from Cam Gadboys. He's along with Barron, are the two of the top pitchers that Sioux Falls West has, as it's now 2-0. Again, West played yesterday with that 14-0 win. They'll play East on Monday, depending on to make sure that Gopher Classic goes in favor of them to play, as it's now 2-1 as it hit the knees across the plate. 2-1 now to Hinkle. But Sioux Falls West has a couple more games. They actually play Huron, so they have 5 games, including these 2. They have 5 games remaining where Post State is done against South Dakota opponents, or at least games that matter for the seed points after today. Here's a 3-1 to Hinkle. That one's outside, and it's another leadoff walk. Second leadoff walk in 2 innings issued by Gadboys, the only base runners that have been on so far for Sioux Falls, for Post State. Here's Bennett Dean, the first baseman. We'll see if they, as Coach White will call out some numbers across the way for both Hinkle and Dean. Dean will show bunt, pull it back, and it's taken upstairs for ball 1. Maybe trying to play a little bit of small ball here in the top of the second, knowing that these 2 pitchers are very good pitchers and 1 run could be the difference in a ball game. Dean showing bunt again, pulls it back and takes it at the letters for strike 1. The count's now 1-1. Again, Matt Hansen, he is not here today. He is sick, Mr. Utility for Post State, who has been all the way around the infield pretty much. Not able to be here today. Hopefully he's able to feel better by the time Friday rolls back around and can rejoin the team out in Mankato, as the count's now 2-1. That one missed high from Gadboys. The third baseman, Aids, is playing not quite on the infield grass. Now he will take a couple steps in the infield grass, trying to see if there's going to be another bunt, but Dean hasn't shown the last 2 pitches, and he's also taking them high and low. It's now 3-1. So a good hitter's count here for Dean. His 1 home run so far this season has come on a 3-1 count. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Dean will take it at the knees, now 3-2. And with Hinkle on at first base, we'll see if maybe he gets a head start with a full count and nobody out here in the top of the first inning. He'll get his lead. Gadboys will come set. And here's a 3-2 pitch. Hinkle does not take off, and it's back-to-back walks to open up the top of the second. And Post State is in business here with Spencer Lettler now coming to the plate. And Lettler has been a guy that has hit the ball really well throughout the entire season. He's hitting .375 on the total season, but .467 against South Dakota opponents. 7 for 15. 3 runs driven in, all against South Dakota opponents so far this season. First pitch, he'll show a bunt. He'll try and bunt it, but he popped it up. Gadbois will make the catch, and there's no chance to get anybody else. So the sacrifice is not made. It is a pop out to Gadbois, and there's now 1 down, and it'll bring up Gary Nedved, the third baseman. He's a guy that got into this lineup now because Hansen's not in, and he's playing third base for Gordon to shift over to short. We'll see Aaron Booth play second base in game number 2 instead of having Hansen in because he is sick. First pitch to Nedved. That one will miss low, get blocked there by a leg, and almost skipped through him. And the count is 1-0. Jamie Legg, talked about him last time we were here, how well he was able to catch in that ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss low, now 2-0, but also told, you know what, I guess when you're as good an athlete as Barron is, he's probably their number 1 catcher. He's a DH in this ball game. And after just pitching a no-hitter yesterday, going to get the day off from playing the field. Here's a 2-0 pitch, or at least a game off of playing the field. 2-0 is right down the middle, now 2-1 here to Nedved. Number 8 man in the order. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the second. Pierre trying to strike first in this doubleheader. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Nedved swings and misses a pitch that might have been a little bit upstairs. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. First 2 men have reached by a walk. Still no hits between either side in this ball game. But Post State is threatening here, the runner in scoring position. Here's a 2-2 from Gadbois to Nedved. Swing and a miss as Nedved was behind it. Third strikeout now in the ball game for Gadbois, and it's up to Elliott Life, the number 9 hitter, to try and drive in at least one of these runs. After the first 2 reach base, didn't even put the ball in play. A failed bunt attempt, a strikeout. Now there's 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the second. Elliott Life, he comes in .305 on the season. 6 runs driven in, and the number 9 spot here in this ball game. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Post State hitting .308 as a team. And some of the pitching that Post State has faced throughout this year and continues to face, that's a good mark. That's a good team hitting mark. It'd be .308. 1-0 is upstairs now, 2-0. You're seeing some very good arms throw against Post State, especially getting in the state tournament. If Post State's able to get the state tournament, got to win those 2 games to get there. As the 2-0 pitch is fouled out of play, and it's now 2-1. And this is an aggressive hitting team as well for Post State, especially when you play non-South Dakota opponents. They really like to swing the bat. They're not afraid to go up there and swing at first pitch or second pitch. Elliott Life still ahead in the count here, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch from Gadbois, and Life will pop it up, a little shallow pop up. The third baseman will make the catch. The wind brought it back in, and Dylan Aid's able to make the grab to end the inning. So no runs scored, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. The first 2 men reach, and they're held at first and second. No score between Pierre and Sioux Falls West after an inning and a half. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Bottom of the second inning between Pierre and Sioux Falls West. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon. Some matinee baseball for you. Post State will play at 3:30 and 6 o'clock on Friday and Saturday of the Gopher Classic, then at 8 a.m. on Sunday. So an early morning game for you. But here this afternoon, a bottom of the second scoreless game between Pierre and Sioux Falls West. Lincoln Keenels in a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first, so it will be 4, 5, and 6. Gabe Stahl, Graham Sanders, and Matt Winterton to step to the plate. We talked about Keenel's numbers. His ERA and WHIP has been very good, and now 20 innings thrown. This is fourth start of the season. ERA of 1.47 and a WHIP of 0.84, allowing less than a guy on base every inning. Here's the first pitch to Stahl. Upstairs for ball one. Gabe Stahl yesterday 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And a double in that win. There's a ground ball over the first baseman, Dean. He'll take it to the bag himself, and there's a quick first out here in the bottom of the second. 3 unassisted if you're scoring at home, and Graham Sanders now will come to the plate. If you keep it scored at home, Graham Sanders had himself a big day yesterday. He only went 1 for 3, but oh yeah, that one hit was a grand slam. 6 runs driven in total for Graham Sanders. A 14-0 win, and he was responsible for 6 of those runs driving in, including that grand slam. 2 home runs in total. Billy Chatwell hit the other home run for Sioux Falls West. Much different than when these two teams played each other back in the Dakota Classic on the Saturday nights, as it counts now 1-1 here to Sanders. When they played back on June 19th, it was just 3 hits and a 5-0 shutout win for Post State. Sioux Falls West just got 3 hits. Nobody had 2 hits. There's 3 different guys, Stahl, Winterton, and Willis, who Winterton and Willis are the next 2 hitters in the order. Only 3 guys to get a base hit. There's a swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout. Second strikeout of the ball game from Keenels, and Sanders will go down. And there's now 2 down, and it will bring up Matt Winterton. Winterton, the first baseman, yesterday did not have an official at-bat, but did have an RBI. He hit a sacrifice fly that drove in a run. He did have a base hit as the first pitch is over for strike 1. Went 1 for 2 with a walk against Post State back on June 19th. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Keenels. There's a curveball that is over, and it's quickly 0-2. Brandon Valley and Watertown have already played their first game of the doubleheader. 4-2 win for Brandon Valley in game number 1. 0-2 pitch is skied out towards the right center field. Elliott Life is over there. He'll make the catch in the gap, and that's another 1-2-3 inning here for Lincoln Keenels. We head to the top of the third. No score between Pierre and West. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
As we welcome you back here at the top of the third inning between Pierre and Sioux Falls West. John Winkler here on this Wednesday. Still scoreless between Pierre and West, as it is the top of the order to lead off here for the 8s. The Lincoln Kenols, Jaden Wiebe and McGuire Raskey. No hits so far between either side. 3 walks have been issued by Gadboys, and that's been all that Post State has been able to get on base. First pitch will miss inside. That's 5 straight misses now to Lincoln Kenols in this ball game. We walked on 4 pitches to open up the top of the first. Here's the 1-0 from Gadboys to Kenols. There's a strike, and now Kenols will probably be looking to swing the bat here. It counts 1-1 to the Post State pitcher. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a soft liner right to the second baseman, Willis, to make the catch. Leadoff man retired for the first time for Post State, and it will bring up Jaden Wiebe, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of 3 strikeout victims so far from Gadboys and just 10 hitters that have come to the plate.
The second baseman, number 4, Jaden Wiebe.
Again, Wiebe hitting 299 against, or 299 in total, 298 against South Dakota opponents. Just 1 tick difference between the total amount of games being played and just against South Dakota opponents, as the first pitch is missed for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Gadboys. That one will come in and hit Wiebe, and he is on base. So that's the 4th man to be on base, but none have come way of a base hit. And so Wiebe will make his way over to first. We'll be looked at by the umpire and Coach Nas and get a thumbs up, and it'll be now McGuire Raskey to come to the plate. So another runner on base here for Post State. They've gotten at least a runner on each of the first 3 innings. Did not score the first 2. See if they can change their luck here in the top of the 3rd. Here's the first pitch from Gadboys to Raskey. There's a hard line drive. That one will get down for a base hit. There's the first hit of the ball game, and it's going to be first and second with 1 down. And McGuire Raskey continues to swing well for Post State. First and second, 1 down, and it's now Andy Gordon, a chance to give Post State the lead here as we are starting to hit the midway point of this ball game. First pitch from Gadboys as he'll come set from the stretch. Gordon swings and misses, takes a big cut at that first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Gordon struck out swinging his first at-bat. He is 0 for 1 so far in this ball game. Team leader in RBIs, trying to extend that team lead in RBIs. That's why you have in the number 3 and number 4 spot consistently. 0-1 pitch. That one will catch the knees, right above the knees, or right at the knees. Quickly 0-2 here to Gordon. So he's going to expand the strike zone a little bit, foul a couple pitches away. Here's the 0-2 from Gadboys to Gordon. That one will miss low off the glove of Leg, but it went off the umpire, and so it did not get away from Leg, and it's now 1-2. So a base hit from Gordon could score Wiebe. Already 27 runs driven in 33 games in total. This is his 33rd game of the 34 that Post State has played. That's upstairs, and from 0-2 now to 2-2. And the way these 2 pitchers have started out this ball game, that 1 run might be enough to get the job done. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's upstairs, now 3-2. So a full count now here for Andy Gordon. Jaden Wiebe on at second, McGuire Raskey at first, but there is just 1 down. So both runners will not get that head start. Here's a 3-2 from Gadboys to Gordon. Gordon will ground it over towards the third baseman. He'll throw to second for 1. Back to first from Willis is a high throw. It goes off the glove of Wiebe, or off the glove of the first baseman. Wiebe will come sliding in at first to score without a throw. And Post State will take a 1-0 lead. Went off the glove of Winterton, and Wiebe went from third, came around to score. And there's now 2 down, and the error will be charged to the first baseman, Winterton. The throw was high, but he just went off of his glove and scooted far enough away for Wiebe that he had a good look when he turned around. And the 8s are on the board. It's a fielder's choice and then an error.
Number 25, Cade Hinkle.
That will be charged to the first baseman. First pitch to Hinkle will miss for ball 1. So the 8s are on the board, 1-0 here with 2 away. Hinkle in his first at-bat drew a walk. He led off that top of the second with a walk, along with back-to-back walks with Bennett Dean, as it counts now 2-0. So that's 6 straight misses against Hinkle from Gadboys. He walked on 4 pitches as well. 2-0 pitch. That one will also miss. And now a 3-0 count. Gordon on at first base. Dean is on deck. So now here is the 3-0 pitch from Gadboys. Hinkle is going to be taken all the way he's standing up. And he will take it for ball 4. So it's another walk to Hinkle as first and second for Bennett Dean. That is the 4th walk issued and 5th free pass in total. Wiebe was hit by a pitch, but 4 walks and 1 hit so far. And here's now Bennett Dean, a chance to do some damage here for Post State. 2 outs, 2 on here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch to Dean is at the letters for strike 1. Dean also walked in his first trip to the plate. Wind blowing in from left center all the way down to the first base dugout. The 0-1, a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. That one might have been just a tick upstairs. And the count is now 0-2. Gadboys come set. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Dean. Swing and a miss, and Gadboys will get out of this inning with a strikeout of Dean. His 4th strikeout in total. There is 1 run scoring in the inning on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Post State has a 1-0 lead over West. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, there is a 1-0 lead now for Post State. John Wickler here on this Wednesday afternoon. Send greetings from Greg Dean. He is on assignment again today. Will be joining us back in the Gopher Classic on Friday in Mankato, which also talked about the times. They've actually been backed up an hour. Thanks to Greg for sending that information to me. As it'll be a 4:30 start now on Friday and a 7 o'clock start for Post State on Friday. 4 and 7 on both Friday and Saturday, and then a 9 a.m. start on Sunday. As here is Mitch Willis, the number 7 hitter. First pitch will miss for ball 1. 7, 8, 9, Mitch Willis, Jamie Legg, and Michael Zeman in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back, now 1-1. 2 strikeouts so far for Lincoln Keenels. The first 6 men that he's faced. Here's the 1-1. That one's going to be upstairs, and now 2-1 to Mitch Willis. Willis went 0 for 4 yesterday, as that one just misses low and inside to Lincoln Keenels, and the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. First 3-ball count that Keenels has had against a hitter. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss is now 3-2, as Willis was looking to maybe tie the ball game up, even with the wind the way it is, was trying to tie the ball game up at 1. That big 3-1 cut. The count is now full. Here's the payoff pitch from Keenels to Willis. Swing and a miss, and Keenels down 3-1. The count comes back and gets his 3rd strikeout. And there's 1 down to open up the bottom of the 3rd. And it will bring up the catcher, Jamie Legg. Legg went 0 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. He did also went 0 for 2 against Post State back on June 19th in the Dakota Classic. First pitch to Legg is popped up and fouled out of play on the right side. When these 2 teams met back at the Dakota Classic, it was Post State a chance to win the pool that they were in the Sioux Falls West pool. They did just that. They got to win 5-0 over Sioux Falls West, ended up winning the pool on Saturday night, so their Sunday game did not have any bearing on what might happen in their pool, as the 0-1 pitch is outside now 1-1. Both State end up falling in the quarterfinals at Shakopee, Minnesota. That one's flown out towards right field. McGuire Rasky will wait underneath it, makes the catch, and there's now 2 down. Here in the bottom of the third, and we'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Michael Zeman, the shortstop. Zeman also went 0 for 4. The bottom of the order didn't really get the job done yesterday, although it wasn't necessary for the win. Zeman went 0 for 4. No hits between those bottom guys in the order. There's a line drive. Oh, there's a base hit. Bottom of the order is going to get the job done here. Get the first base runner, first hit. And 8 straight retired, but Zeman will get the first hit, and there goes the perfect game. There goes the no-hitter from Lincoln Kenols here with 2 down in the bottom of the third inning. So back up to Billy Chatwell. Chatwell struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Chatwell did go 3 for 5 though yesterday. 3 runs driven in. Hit a home run for Sioux Falls West, as that one's upstairs for ball 1. And he is a threat to steal every time he gets on base. There's a big reason why guys hit leadoff. Well, his speed is a big reason. Well, he's a good hitter too, but his speed's a big reason why he's the guy in the leadoff spot. 1-0 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 2-0. 1 hit so far. That man is on at first base with 2 down here in the bottom of the third. 1 hit between both sides, but Post State has a 1-0 lead. A pickoff attempt of Kenols, and diving back in safely is Zeman. We had 8 straight retired from Kenols to open up the ball game. Here's a 2-0 pitch now to the leadoff man in the order, Chatwell. That one is also upstairs, now 3-0. And Kenols in danger of walking his first man and putting that tying run in scoring position for the number 2 hitter, Ethan Barron, who's got to be feeling pretty confident after having his no-hitter last night. 3-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike, now 3-1. So still good hitters count here for Chatwell. Looking to drive someone in the outfield grass. Here's the 3-1 from Kenols to Chatwell. That's upstairs, and it will be a 2-out walk, and it's now first and second with 2 away. And we'll bring up now Ethan Barron. The DH flew out to Rasky in his first at-bat. You're not going to see a whole lot of balls fly through this outfield here today, at least until the wind maybe dies down or maybe changes direction at some point. Blowing in, according to the American flag, out in right center field. Here's the first pitch. That's missed outside to Barron for ball 1. So Kenols, again, retired the first 8 hitters, but hasn't maybe looked as comfortable from the stretch as he does from the windup. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike, now 1-1. And Barron flew out to right field in his first at-bat. He did not play against Post State back on June 19th. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and now it's 1-2. And Kenols trying to finish his way out of this bottom of the third inning. He will not be available to play the Gopher Classic this coming weekend. Both he and Jack Van Camp will not make the trip out there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. The curveball that's left upstairs did not break, and the count's now 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the third. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 pitch upcoming here from Lincoln Kenols to number 2 hitter Ethan Barron. On its way. That one's fouled just off the edge of the mitts of Hinkle, and we'll do it again here at 2-2. Again, Sioux Falls West, number 3 team in the standings coming into the day. And they got a big win against that then number 4 runner. There's a line shot. That's going to be for a base hit. They're going to try and send in the run to score. Zeman's rounding third. The throw coming to the plate. It's cut off by Nedved, and sliding in safely is Zeman. And the ball game is tied 1-1 on the 2-out RBI single for Ethan Barron. And a 2-out hit, a walk, and another 2-out single has tied the ball game up at 1 here in the bottom of the third. And so 1 run will not be enough for either one of these teams. And it's now Dylan Aids that will come to the plate, the number 3 hitter. Here's the first pitch from Keenels to Aids. That one's popped up, foul and out of play. Aids 1 for 3 yesterday. Went 0 for 3 on June 19th. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line shot. That's over the head of Nedved. That's through for a base hit. Rounding third again. The throw coming from Lettler to the plate up the line. And it's off the glove of Finkel. No chance to get Chatwell at the plate or Barron over at third. And it's first and third. And West has taken a 2-1 lead on the third hit in the inning. Back-to-back singles. And their first lead against Post State here in this season is a big lead here in the bottom of the third inning. And Barron rounded first and took third base on the throw that went over the top of Gary Nedved. Lettler thought he had a chance and really could have been close if it had been on line. Maybe it went just up the first base line a little bit. And it allowed Barron to take third base. Chatwell came in to score. He runs well as it is. And now it's Gabe Stahl to the plate. A base hit will score Gabe Stahl, or will score Barron. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Stahl grounded out to Dean at first in his first at bat. Runners at first and third here with 2 away in the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 pitch. That one's popped up. Foul territory. Bennett Dean will give a chase, and he will run out of room as it lands out of play. And the count is now 1-1. 4 straight men have reached base after the first 2 were retired here in the bottom of the third inning. Looked like Keenel was going to cruise out of this third. And the number 9 hitter to the plate. He had 2 strikes on Zeman and a chance to get another 1-2-3 inning, but he broke up the no-hitter, broke up the perfect game, and since then another 3 men have reached base. 2 of those 3 have reached on a single, and it's a 2-1 lead. The 0-1 pitch is upstairs now, 2-1. The 1-1 pitch was upstairs. So a RBI single from Barron, RBI single from Aids. 2-1 pitch, runner takes off. They will fake the throw to second. And back to third is Barron, so it's now second and third with a 3-1 count. So a base is open. But Graham Sanders, who hit a grand slam yesterday, he would come to the plate if they do end up walking Gabe Stahl. 3-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count is now full at 3-2. It is second and third, so nobody gets the head start. But Graham Sanders on deck. 6 runs driven in yesterday, trying to have another chance to hit with runners in scoring position. 3-2 pitch. That one be fouled off the mask of the umpire. And it will remain at 3-2. Still a 3-2 count to Gabe Stahl, with runners at second and third. A 2-1 lead here for West in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the payoff pitch again to Stahl. Just a bit outside, and it will be a 2-out walk, and the bases are now loaded. And we'll bring up Graham Sanders with the bases loaded. Last time he came to the plate with the bases loaded yesterday. A grand slam. Now the wind's blowing in, so it's going to take a lot to try and crush one out of here. But he was 6 RBIs yesterday, looking to add to that total in the last 2 games. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. This inning has not gotten away from Post State yet, but potentially could get out of hand. 1-0 pitch. That one is lined out of play on the right side, now 1-1. Sanders did strike out swinging in his first at-bat. That was the second out in the bottom of the second, part of 8 straight retired to open the game for Lincoln Keenels. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one's a curveball that bounces in. Now 2-1 here to Sanders. West is looking to pick up their first win against Post State here this season. Dropped a 5-0 game back in the Dakota Classic. Here's a 2-1 pitch. The curveball that's upstairs, now 3-1. And Lincoln Keenel's nowhere to put him. Got to go right at him here. Matt Winterton is on deck. 3-1 pitch from Keenels. Will miss low, and he'll walk in a run, and the score is now 3-1 here for Sioux Falls West. And Keenel's visibly upset with himself for having his third walk issued here in the bottom of the third inning. Bases will remain loaded. An RBI walk for Sanders, his 7th in the last 2 games. And it's a 3-1 lead now here for Sioux Falls West. And Matt Winterton, the 9th man to come to the plate. First pitch, line right back off the leg of Keenels. It's fielded by the bare hand of Wiebe. Went off the back of the foot of Keenels, and Wiebe was able to barehand it. A little bit of spin. And it's going to be a 1-4-3 putout to end the bottom of the 3rd inning. But 3 runs come in to score in the inning. On 3 hits, there were no errors and 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the 4th. It's a brand new ball game. Post State trailing Sioux Falls West 3-1. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
As we enter the top of the 4th inning, it is a new ball game, and it is Gadboys that will be pitching with the lead now, a 3-1 lead for Sioux Falls West. 7, 8, 9 for Post State. A little bit of work in front of him. Spencer Lettler, be followed by Gary Nedved and Elliott Life. Both umpires. Not sure where the umpires have gone to. I see the field umpire. I do not see the home plate umpire. I don't know if he made his way maybe to go get a drink. But they will wait for him to return. Yep, there he comes. So Spencer Lettler will come to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He tried to bunt his way, or tried to get a sacrifice bunt back in the top of the 2nd and failed at the opportunity. Ended up popping it up to the pitcher, Gadboys, for the first out. So now here is Spencer Lettler. Here's the first pitch from Gadboys to Lettler, upstairs for ball 1. It's a big inning here for Sioux Falls West, really for Post State as well, but for West having those 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, it puts them in a spot. This is a big shutdown inning for Gadboys, and keep the momentum all on your side. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Gadboys. That is outside, now 3-0. And that's been the downfall right now here for Gadboys. He has not been consistent in the strike zone. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, now 3-1. But he's walked 5 guys so far, 4 guys he's walked and hit another man. 3-1 pitch. That is walk number 5. The 3rd time in 4 innings that he has walked the leadoff man. And will bring up the number 8 hitter, Gary Nedved. Nedved struck out swinging his first at bat. Post State had 1st and 2nd in the top of the 2nd with nobody out. And then 3 straight retired to end that inning. First pitch is over for a strike on the inside edge, and is now 0-1. Looks like where you look at where the umpire strike zone has been, that inside edge maybe gives a little bit more on the inside corner than he would on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. It's now 1-1. And I say that because it looks like that's been consistently called. The inside edge, maybe get a little bit more off the plate on the inside corner than you do on the outside. Here's a 1-1 now from Gadboys to Nedved. Line shot back up the middle. That's fielded by the second baseman, Willis. He hesitated in a double clutch, maybe thinking about going to first. I don't think he realized he even had the ball. That was a good play by Willis up the middle. He threw it to the shortstop, Zeman, covering to get the first out. And it will be a fielder's choice for Gary Nedved. But he had a double clutch and trying to figure out if he wanted to throw the ball to second or first, and ended up getting the lead man on a 4-6 putout. And a fielder's choice for Nedved. Now Elliott Life, the number 9 hitter. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Life popped out to the third baseman, Aids in the top of the 2nd. Again, the wind blowing in, and Aids almost misplayed it by overrunning it. when probably in reality when it first got hit that it was going to make its way in the outfield grass, but the wind brought it back in the infield as the count is now 2-0 here to Elliott Life. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one's outside, now 3-0. That's what I'm talking about. The inside corner on either left-hander or right-hander. That one looks like it might be getting called when it's on the inside corner. That one left on the outside edge does not get the call to Gad Boys. Here's the 3-0 pitch now. And Life taking all the way, taking it for a strike right at the letters. And it's now 3-1. Do a little bit more cheers for Sioux Falls West, maybe a little bit more groans from the post-8 faithful that have made it here to Harmon Park. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one is upstairs, and it will be a walk. So it's now first and second here with one down. 6th walk now of the ball game from Gad Boys. We're going to do baseball and back to the top of the order now for Lincoln Keenholz. So Gad Boys, who has ineffectively been effective, 6 walks, 7 guys, he hit 1 man, so 7 guys have been on by a free pass, just 1 base hit so far. Post 8 trailing 3-1. Got to take advantage of the walks that they're giving you. First pitch to Keenholz is upstairs for ball 1. Keenholz is 0 for 1. He walked in the first, and he lined out to Willis in the 3rd inning, and we will have a mound visit trying to maybe settle down this starting pitcher, Gad Boys. Got a chance to talk with a little bit with Charlie Dubanowski, the head coach for Sioux Falls West, obviously the pitching coach that's making his way out now here for West, but he's been happy with how his team has been playing as of late, and he likes how they've been coming together as a team. And he talked a little bit about last year going into this year and says they've been playing much better. He likes how they've come in and done a lot of work. They've grown as a team, and especially have grown in the last year as a team, and obviously it's showing in the standings, in the Legion standings, that you're sitting at number 3. Last year was tough to get to that spot. The Sioux Falls team did not make it, other than Brandon Valley and Renner. Sioux Falls area made it to the state tournament, but Sioux Falls East, Sioux Falls West did not make it to the state tournament in the Final Four last year in 2020. That one goes off the glove of Leg. It was missed inside for a ball, and it's now 2nd and 3rd here with 1 out. Then we go down to the pass ball for Jamie Leg. That one just went off of his glove. He looked at the inside of his glove after it went off of him. And Post State able to move up. Both guys 90 feet. And now with Lincoln Keenholz at the plate, a base hit could tie the ball game up. 2-0 pitch. Keenholz will get a good rip at it and foul straight back to the screen, and is now 2-1. Keenholz so far on the season itself has gotten just 4 RBIs, but at the leadoff spot doesn't get too many chances for the leadoff for an RBI chance. He'll get an RBI here as it's grounded to Zeman. It's mishandled by Zeman. The throw will pull the man off the bag. Keenholz is on at first. It'll be an air charge to Zeman. Will be an RBI for Lincoln Keenholz. The run was going to score regardless of the play, and it's now 1st and 3rd here with 1 out. And Keenholz, the speed, was able to pick it up, put it down the line, and beat it out. But it will be an RBI for Lincoln Keenholz, and it's 1st and 3rd now here with 1 down. And it's now Jaden Wiebe to the plate. 3-2 is our score. Post State trailing by 1 here in the top of the 4th. First pitch is missed inside for ball 1. Wiebe so far, he's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging and then hit by a pitch. He came in to score at that point, the only run of the ball game. He also scored on an error, so both times that runners have crossed the plate have been by errors, although the second one was not going to make a difference. There's a throw to second, and it's going to go into center field, and it will score another run. LA Life will come in to score. Keenholz would have been safe either way, but it would be an error now charged to the catcher and Leg, and the game is now tied 3-3. As it's a 1-1 count here to Jane Wiebe. The 3rd error of the ball game. And Lincoln Keenholz is also in scoring position. A base hit couldn't give Post State the lead right back. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Wiebe will pop it up right side. It will get out of play. Lake gave it a small look. And the count's now 1-2. So you talked about, that's why you talk about a shutdown inning. You score 3 runs, does Sioux Falls West take a 3-1 lead, and say you get that 0, and all of a sudden the momentum just feels like it's all on your side. As Gadboys will step off with Keno's getting a huge lead over at second. But 2 runs scoring here, that momentum doesn't feel like it's there anymore. It's all back on the Post State side, even though it's a tie ball game, and Wiebe will pop up the 1-2 pitch. The wind will give a little bit of look. It's given some problems for everybody. And the third baseman in the last second, Dylan Age, will call everybody off and make the catch. Looked like maybe Leg was going to go out there to try to make the grab. And then it looked like the pitcher, Gadboys, was going to make the catch. And then in the last second, Gadboys gave way to the third baseman, Age, who called him off. And there's now 2 down. And it will bring up McGuire Rasky, who is 1 for 2. Good communication there for Sioux Falls West to make that play. Could have been dangerous. Rasky will go the other way with it. That one's going to be trouble down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will land just on the line. It's a fair ball, and Post State retakes the lead on the RBI single for McGuire Rasky. And a 4-3 advantage now for Post State. 3 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. Couldn't place it any better. And Rasky's got both hits now for Post State, an RBI single. And the Eights have scored 3 times in the inning. And after being down 3-1 going in this inning, now have that 1-run lead back, 4-3. Here's Andy Gordon. First pitch. A bounce in for ball 1. Good stop there by Jamie Legg. So Rasky's got both hits so far, none bigger than that last one that just dropped right down the left field line. I mean, it was right on the line. And because of the way the wind is, it made everything a lot more difficult for the left fielder, third baseman, and shortstop to go make the play. And the count's now 2-0 here to Gordon. Sioux Falls West will get someone up and throwing. 2-0 pitch. That one's lined back and foul. Count is now 2-1. Gordon, he is 0 for 2 so far. Struck out swinging and also ground into a fielder's choice. Ended up being that's where the game's first run came in on Gordon's ground ball. Went off the glove of the first baseman. There's a hard hit ground ball for Zeman at short. He'll go the short way to second to retire the side. But not before Post State will reclaim the lead. 3 runs in the inning on just 1 hit. There were 2 errors charged to Sioux Falls West. And 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Post State now up 4-3 over West. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it. If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone. If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it. But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone. Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently? There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you. When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope, you have everything.
Bottom of the 4th inning, a 4-3 lead now here for the Eights. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon as Post State scored 3 runs in that top of the 4th inning and only 1 hit in that inning for the Eights. 2 errors charged to Sioux Falls West. And now all of a sudden, after West felt like they were maybe back in this ball game and had control of this game, they've got to turn around and try and turn things over. Mitch Willis, 7, 8, 9. That's how it got started lasting. All 9 guys came to play in the bottom of the 3rd. First 2 guys were retired before the next 6 men reached base, scoring 3 runs. First pitch is missed high and outside for ball 1 to Willis, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Keenels would have probably liked to have a redo in that bottom of the 3rd. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. However, he can't be mad because his team gave himself basically a reprieve. It's another one-run ball game. Here's a 4-3 advantage, 1-1 pitch. A curveball that is dropped right down the middle. Now 1-2 here to Willis. An ERA of 1.47 for Keenels. That hasn't happened very often. I mean, giving up just 4 runs, as that one is taken for strike 3 on Willis. He walked away. Hinkle threw the ball over to first base before the umpire even signaled that he had struck out. So there's another strikeout for Keenels, his 4th of the ball game. And it will bring up Jamie Legg with 1 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and a 4-3 lead for Post State. Here's the first pitch to Legg. That one will miss. Keenels did a little bit of a cartwheel around the mound, repositioning the dirt in front of his plant foot. Here's the 1-0 pitch now to Legg. Just outside, now 2-0. Legg flew out to Rasky last inning for the second out, and then that's when things turn in favor of Sioux Falls West for the moment. 2-0 pitch, that one will miss, and it's now 3-0. And Keenels will have to try and battle all the way back. Michael Zeman, number 9 hitter, he is waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch. Lower first strike, now 3-1. Keenels had given up just 4 earned runs in 19 innings in 8 different appearances. Or now 7 different appearances. Here in this ball game, give up 3 earned runs, as that one's a 3-1 pitch. That's line that will get fouled down the right field line, and it could have been the first extra base hit in this ball game. I mean, just how good Keenels has been in those 19 innings and the 7 appearances he's had. I mean, he's almost, Sioux Falls West has almost effectively been able to double what he had given up in the first 19 appearances. 3-2 pitches missed, and it's going to be a 1-out walk. And it will bring up now Michael Zeman. Had 3 walks in that inning. 4 walks so far in the total. I mean, he's got 10 walks going into the season. Almost has half of that here in this ball game. Giving up 3 runs, giving up 4 runs all season. He's given up 6 hits. He's only given up 3. He's given up 3 so far this game. The runner will take off for second. That'll get towards center field, but it won't get far enough away, as the first pitch was missed for ball 1. And with the number 9 man up to the plate, Jamie Legg will take second. And it's now a runner on second with 1 down. That tying run is in scoring position. From the stretch, here's the 1-0 pitch. Foul tip in the mid of Hinkle. Strike 1, now 1-1 to Michael Zeman. He got the base hit. They got everything started back at the bottom of the 3rd. It was a single, 3 hits in that inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will be another foul tip into the mid of Hinkle, and it's now 1-2. Because he got that hit with 2 outs, that started everything. He came around to score the first run for West, and part of 3 runs that scored in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-2 pitch, and Zeman will shorten up and foul that 1-2 pitch out of play, just behind the first base dugout. And so it's now a 1-2 count again. Top of the order, Billy Chatwell is on deck. Keenels from the stretch. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That one a good pitch from Keenels, and just staying alive was Zeman. And it remains at 1-2. In the game 1 here of a doubleheader between Pierre and Sioux Falls West. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And again, Zeman is able to hang in there. A pitch that was probably out of the strike zone, but with 2 strikes, had to protect. And he'll foul away to get another 1-2 at opportunity. Outfield's playing in, but with the way the wind is, not too many is going to get behind him. A 1-2 pitch, he's swinging a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. 4th strikeout of the ball game now for, 5th strikeout of the ball game now for Lincoln Keenels. And there's 2 away. Back for now Billy Chatwell. Chatwell walked, came around to score on an RBI single from, or an RBI walk from Graham Sanders. RBI single from Dylan Hayes. That one is flown out to right field, right to McGuire Rasky. He'll make the catch and retire the side here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, one man left on base. We've played 4 halfway home here in game number 1. Post State has a 1-run lead, 4-3 over Sioux Falls West. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard, a combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre, or give them a call, 224-5546.
Top of the 5th inning. Post State has a 4-3 lead over Sioux Falls West. John Winkler here on the chilly Wednesday afternoon. Some long sleeves, sweatshirts, some jackets out in the crowd. The crowd really grew after first pitch, which took place at 12:56. We are past the 2 o'clock hour. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Cade Hinkle, Bennett Dean, and Spencer Lettler be the first 3 hitters, 5, 6, and 7 for the Eights, trying to extend their 1-run lead. Scored 1 in the 3rd to take that 1-0 lead, then 3 in the 4th to reclaim the 1-run lead, 4-3. Where we sit here in the top of the 5th inning as Gadboys continues to throw on the mound here for Sioux Falls West. And Gadboys has not thrown bad at all. It's just he just given up too many walks. Only 2 hits allowed, but the walks have been the issue. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. I mean, Post State has been patient at the plate, has not been swinging at any bad pitches from Gadboys, as that's now 1-1 on the outside edge. I mean, 6 walks so far, 7 free passes in total, as Hinkle will foul the 1-1 pitch back, and is now 1-2. Carter Portner is the one warming up in the bullpen for Sioux Falls West. Hinkle has walked twice. He's been 2 of those 6 walks that have been issued from Gadboys, as he'll stay alive on the 1-2 pitch that's fouled out of play. Here's the 1-2 again from Gadboys to Hinkle. That one is taken high and a little bit maybe outside. The count's now 2-2. That's a really close take for Cade Hinkle. But again, the outside edge has not been as favorable as the inside edge. 2-2 pitch. Hinkle will foul it away again. Back to the netting. We'll have another 2-2 pitch upcoming. Gadboys will deliver here the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, right side, fielded by the first baseman, and Winterton will flip to the pitcher covering, and Gadboys, and a 3-1 put out to open up the top of the 5th inning. There's not many times so far in this ball game where the leadoff man's been retired. Just twice out of the 5 innings has the leadoff man been retired, but the other 3 times they haven't been. It's all been walks. Leadoff walks have been an issue so far for Gadboys. Just walks in general has been the issue for Gadboys, as Dean will swing the first pitch. He'll pop it up foul, and it will be a long look for leg, and it will land just foul and out of play. It sounded like, or it looked like it was going to hit the top of the grandstand. Did not. No loud crash. The count's now 0-1 here to Dean. Dean is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging, also walked. He fouls the 0-1 pitch straight back, and the count now is 0-2. He followed by Spencer Leather, number 7 man in the order. Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Gadboys to Bennett Dean. And Dean will line this one to right field. Going back is the right fielder. Making the catch is Gabe Stahl. And there's now 2 down. That's a play, and again, with the way the wind is blowing in, if that's not maybe a day where it's blowing out, Dean's probably laced that one off the wall, but instead, with the wind blowing in, Gabe Stahl is able to track that one down on the run, moving backwards to make the catch, and Spencer Lettler will now come to the plate with nobody on, 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Lettler is 0 for 1. He also has been a walk. That one is fouled back. That one got through the netting. There's a little bit of a loop underneath the grandstand where the foul ball can come back there, and it did hit the grandstand. 0-1 pitch is right back to the netting again. It's now 0-2. Spencer Lettler has been on it. The first 2 pitches just barely missing a chance for a line drive base hit. So now the 0-2 pitch. Gadboy's looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 5th inning. 0-2 on its way. That one's high and outside, and it's now 1-2. Gadboy's starting to get closing in on his end of the day. And the amount of pitches that he has thrown. 1-2 pitch. Curveball that is outside and is now 2-2. And again, everybody for Sioux Falls West is starting to make their way to the dugout, but again, the outside pitch has just not been there for either side. 2-2 pitch. Lettler will pop it up, and it could be a 1-2-3. Although it's going to be tough out there, left fielder will call for it, make the catch, and Sanders to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning here at the top of the 5th. Post State still leads 4-3 over Sioux Falls West. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wegner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wegner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WegnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WegnerAuto.com or stop by Wegner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today, 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
It is the bottom of the 5th inning, and Post State has a 4-3 lead. Lincoln Keno's 76 pitches through 4 innings. 99 pitches now for Cam Gadboy. We probably won't see him start the 6th inning just because it would take a lot to try and get through that 6th inning. He'll probably bring in a reliever to start fresh in the 6th. As it will be 2, 3, and 4 here in the bottom of the 5th for Post 15 West. Barron, Aids, and Stahl. First pitch. We'll miss it for ball 1. Okino's right now in the bottom of the 5th inning. He's got to get a quick inning here, 1 or 2 quick innings, as the pitch is now, or the count is now 1-1. That one was over at the letters. Because where he's sitting at around 78 pitches right now, probably doesn't get all the way through, but could if he gets a quick inning here. There's a ground ball over for Gordon at short. First chance for him. Throw to first is in time. How about that for Andy Gordon? Took him all 4 innings into the bottom of the 5th to try and finally get his first action over at shortstop, and he'll make the play. And there's one down to bring up now Dylan Aids, who is 1 for 2. Usually playing the high corner for Post State or the other side of the diamond at the corner at first base. Does not play short very often because Kenols and Hansen have it down on lock at shortstop. As the first pitch is over for strike 1, but because Keno's on the mound, Matt Hansen is sick. Andy Gordon's over at shortstop. Now 1-1 here to Dylan Aids. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. 3 hits. Sioux Falls West actually out hitting Post State right now. It will be playing the bottom of the 5th inning. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. But it is a 4-3 lead for Post State. 3-2 in hits in favor of West. 4-3 in runs in favor of Post State. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That one upstairs, now 2-2. Gabe Stahl is on deck, the number 4 hitter. Here's a 2-2 from Keenholz. That one's lined right back, starting to come back to your living room or your office today. Maybe you're watching the game on YouTube, back at the office, 2 o'clock here on a Wednesday. We won't tell the boss. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one will be upstairs. It's now 3-2. Unless you are the boss, then, hey, you can do what you want. Count is full, 3-2, with one down here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one, it will be missed high and outside for ball 4. And it'll be 1 on, 1 out for now Gabe Stahl. That is the 4th walk now issued from Lincoln Keenels. Excuse me, 5th walk issued. He had 3 walks in the 3rd, walk in the 4th, and walk now here in the 5th. And it's Gabe Stahl, who is 0 for 1. Ground out to the first baseman, also drew a walk. Keenels will work from the stretch. He'll come set, and here's the first pitch to Stahl. That one's upstairs for ball 1. Again, on Friday, it's not the same time that we had been saying. They've backed everything up an hour. 4:30 and 7 o'clock will be first pitch for both those games. Around there, depending on the timing. It could be a little bit later. Runner takes off for a second. Pitch is taken for a strike. Throw to second is going to be in time. They got him. Weeby with a nice snap tag at second to get Dylan Hayes at second, trying to steal. And there's now 2 down. The count's 1-1. What a throw from Cade Hinkle behind the plate. Put it on the money, and Weeby had just a catch and just put the glove down. For the second out, nobody on base now here with 2 away. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Stahl. Upstairs, inside, 2-1 now here to Stahl. That's a huge lift for Post State. Hinkle throwing out the runner. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Took the tying run off base. That was popped up on the right side. McGuire Rasky will call for it. He'll make the catch, and that retires his side. An unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Lincoln Keenels as we head now to the top of the 6th. 4-3 lead still here for Pierre over Sioux Falls West. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back here, top of the 6th inning, and Post State has a 4-3 lead. And Carter Portner is now on the pitch for Sioux Falls West, and that is a guy that Post State saw back on June 19th. So it's a familiar face coming to the mound, and Carter Portner in that ball game, he threw 2 1/3 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk through 43 pitches over 2 1/3 innings against Post State, as he will deal with 8, 9, and 1 to open up the top of the 6th inning. As the Eights are going to be trying to extend this lead. There is some action in the bullpen out in right field for Post State, as it is Isaac Pollock that is thrown out there in right field. He might be in to close and be the first time that actually Pollock would come in and be in relief. Although he's thrown the most innings, 37 2/3 innings for Isaac Pollock. I mean, how can you not make this guy All-State, Isaac Pollock? And we'll have probably a chance to talk about him, but boy, oh boy, he has just been magnificent through the first 6 times he's thrown. Here's Gary Nedved swinging a miss to open up the top of the 6th inning. As Carter Portner is on the mound now here for Sioux Falls West. 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled. It will be over to the first base dugout, and it's now 0-2. I think Keno's made a nice barehanded catch over there in front of the dugout. He's batting third this inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is upstairs now, 1-2. Nedved is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging, also reached on a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-2 pitch now from Portner to Nedved. There's a ground ball to the right side. Willis will field over there. Nice little soft hands from Mitch Willis, and the play is made. And the leadoff man is retired here to open up the top of the sixth. And it will now bring up Elliott Life. Again, Post State with just 2 hits in this ball game. A lot of times when you as a pitcher, you're leaving with only allowing 2 hits, and they've been the same guy, so they have not been back-to-back hits. I mean, they've been as far away from each other as possible in the order. But yet he left with in line for potentially the loss if things don't change. First pitch is missed for a ball 1 to Elliott Life. He threw 99 pitches, did Cam Gadboys, but gave up just 2 hits, both of them to McGuire Rasky. There's a ground ball, backhanded at first by Winterton. He'll flip to Portner covering. And a nice play there. Those pitchers so far here for Sioux Falls West, they feel their position well. PFPs have paid off for both Gadboys and Portner. They both made a play over there that have made it look fairly easy. And tell you what, it takes practice to make perfect, but it's not as easy as what the major league guys make it look and what Portner and Gadboys has made it look. 2 down quickly here in the top of the 6th. The first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Lincoln Keenels. He's been on base twice, but he's 0 for 2. Did reach on an error. And also a line down to Mitch Willis. And they'll pop that one up, and that one will get out of play. And it will land just behind us in the press box. The count is now 1-1 here to Keenels. In 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Post State. 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for Sioux Falls West. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Keenels will take the 1-1 pitch for a strike as that caught the inside corner. The count is now 1-2. Post State has left 6 men on base so far. 4 men have been left on base so far for Sioux Falls West. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That one, a good take there from Keenels. Good pitch from Portner trying to drop it out of the zone. He did drop it out of the zone, but Keenels didn't chase. And the count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning, 2 away. Here's a 2-2 from Carter Portner. That one's popped up and foul out of play on the right side. We'll do it again at 2-2. Also, don't forget later on tonight, after we're done with this doubleheader, starting at 6:30, we've got yourself coverage of Game 5, the Stanley Cup between Tampa Bay and Montreal. Tampa Bay's got a chance to close it out at home, and you can hear it later on this evening. 2-2 pitch comes high and upstairs and inside, I should say, on Lincoln Keenels, and the count's now is full at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 now. Payoff pitch from Carter Portner to Lincoln Keenels. Fly ball out down the right field line. It will be slicing foul to territory. Stahl will reach the glove out the last second to make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the 6th. A 1-2-3 inning for Portner to open up his outing. 4-3 lead for Pierre over Sioux Falls West as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is Post State's leading 4-3. John Winkler here on this Wednesday afternoon, as it will be Graham Sanders, Matt Winterton, and Mitch Willis. 5, 6, and 7 due up here for Sioux Falls West. Lincoln Keenel's trying to get through 6 complete. Pitch count starting to rise up there. Isaac Pollock is warming up out in the bullpen right now for Post State. We'll see if Keenel's can get his way through the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to Graham Sanders. That will be over for strike 1. Sanders is 0 for 1 and an RBI walk. 7 runs driven in the last 2 games for Sanders. One pitch is high and outside now, 1-1. 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Keenel's. That one is flown out of play on the right side and is now 1-2 to the number 5 hitter Sanders. Keenel's allowed just 3 hits. All came in that 3rd inning when they scored 3 runs, did West. They took a 3-1 lead, but Post State answered right back at the top of the 4th to give them a 4-3 lead. As the 1-2 is fouled out of play on the right side again. So another 1-2 pitch upcoming. Winterton and Willis after him. Here's the 1-2 once again from the right-hander Keenel's. On its way. Comes inside and taken for strike 3. Sanders couldn't pull the trigger. Another strikeout for Keenel's. Second time he's struck out Sanders in the ball game. And it will be now Matt Winterton. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 6 strikeouts now for Lincoln Keenel's. Here's the first pitch to Winterton. Comes high and inside for ball 1. It would be nice to get Keenel's through this inning before the pitch count runs out. Bring Isaac Pollock in the 7th to try and shut the door. Counts now 2-0 here to Matt Winterton. And it's also the thing, too, because Greg Dean has said it quite a bit, that it's always easier to bring in a reliever with bases clear, as the first 2-0 pitches popped out to center field, and Elliott Life is there and make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning to bring up Mitch Willis, who has been a strikeout victim twice to Lincoln Keenel's. But you get a reliever to start an inning, or at least come in with nobody on base, makes things a little bit easier for you. Life of a reliever is much tougher when there's runners on base, especially runners in scoring position. Willis will foul the first pitch back out of play, and it's 0-1. Willis 0 for 2 so far. Struck out twice, struck out swinging, also struck out looking. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And Keenel's a strike away from picking up strikeout number 7, a 1-2-3 inning, and giving Willis a hat trick.
So no balls, 2 strikes, your count.
Here's the 0-2 from Lincoln Keenel's to Mitch Willis. A curveball that will miss low. It's behind Hinkle, but because nobody on base, I think Hinkle, one of those where you put more of a scooping effort than trying to actually block it up when there's nobody on base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball that misses inside, now 2-2. Field work. Smarter, not harder. Keenel's barehanded the ball back to him. It floated back to him. Here's now the 2-2 from Keenel's to Willis. He'll get a piece of it, does Willis. Maybe climb the ladder a little bit, but the count remains at 2-2. On deck is the catcher, Jamie Legg. Keenel's trying to finish this one out. Here's the 2-2 now. Just a bit outside, now 3-2. And again, it looks good, but consistently has not been a strike. And that's what you ask of an umpire. It's not been a strike all game. It was not a strike at that point. Inside, maybe you get that call. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Fouled right back. And a good battle here brewing. 3-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Keenel's trying for a 1-2-3 inning, trying to get out of this one. 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one is fouled out of play again, so we will do another time. This is Keenel's last batter. whether he gets them out, whether he gets on base, it doesn't matter. It's going to be the last batter that Keno's will face. Pitch 105 for Lincoln Keno's 3-2 pitch. And that another foul ball. So we will do it again. And both Mitch Willis and Lincoln Keno's kind of both shook their head a little bit. Willis trying to get a base hit, or at least get on base. Keno's trying to get him out, and they're both probably thinking, who's going to give? Why can't the other guy give in here? Nobody's going to give in. Willis earning his way on base, whether it's going to be by a walk or a base hit. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one will miss for ball 4. And a big battle between those two, and Willis will get on base, and that will bring Coach Wyatt out and have to take out Lincoln Keno's because of pitch count, and that will bring up now Isaac Pollock to the mound to try and get a 4-out save here for Post State. We will step aside. We'll come back and tell you all the changes. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
So it is Isaac Pollock now on the mound here for the Eights, trying to finish this one out, especially here in the 6th inning with the runner on first and 2 away. And he will be dealing with the bottom of the order right now. It'll be 8 and 9, although you'd like to see just Jamie Legg be the only man to come to the plate with 2 outs. Pollock is making his first relief appearance of the season. He has made 6 appearances. All of them have been starts. All of them have been wins. 25 hits against, 9 runs, 6 of those earned, 11 walks, 33 strikeouts. He's hit 4 men, 1.11 ERA, and a 0.956 whip in 37 2/3 innings pitched, as he has gotten by far the team lead in innings pitched. Bennett Dean at second and Jack Van Camp second with 28.1 innings pitched. He will be the starter in game number 2. So Jamie Legg will come to the plate to face Isaac Pollock with a runner on first. That's the tying run here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. First time that Isaac Pollock is in relief here this season. He was in relief a couple times in the high school season, so it's not unfamiliar territory for Isaac Pollock. As he'll come set and deliver the first pitch to Jamie Legg. Misses outside for ball 1. Pollock has been very, very good for Post State, and that's probably an understatement to say that he's been very, very good. He's Mr. Reliable on the mound, at least as a starter. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Legg will get a piece of it, and it's now 1-1. Can't close the book on Lincoln Keno's, but he did go 5 2/3 innings, allowing just 3 hits. He did walk 6, and he struck out 6, and 107 pitches in total. 62 pitches for strikes. Here's the 1-1 pitch now to Legg. There's a fly ball right field. Rasky going over, not going to get to it. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rasky will cut it off. He'll throw it back into second, first and third with 2 away. Tying run now 90 feet away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And he'll bring up Michael Zeman. Zeman is 1 for 2 so far in this ball game. Rasky, good job to cut it off down the right field line. First and third here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 2 away. Just need to get Michael Zeman out. Top of the order is up next here for Sioux Falls West. First pitch is over for strike 1. Zeman got that 3rd inning started with the 2-out single. came around to score, 3-run score in that third inning. That's all Sioux Falls West has had. That's their first hit since the third inning. Comes inside on Zeman, and the count's now even at a ball and a strike. Billy Chatwell is on deck. That's the top of the order for West. Runners at first and third. Here's the 1-1 pitch now for Pollock to Zeman. Swing and a miss, 1-2. This is a big game for both these teams, big wins for both these teams on the line. We'll see if maybe the runner at first leg will get a head start here. Maybe we'll take off. Going to get a big lead over at first. Pollock will come set. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Zeman. Runner takes off. The pitch is low, so the go-ahead run will move up to second and be in scoring position without a throw. So a 2-2 count upcoming. 2 on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Pollock will go to the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Zeman. Popped up on the left side. Spencer Lettler is over. He'll make the catch, and Post State will get out of it. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, no runs, 1 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. The Eights tiptoe out of danger in the bottom of the 6th. A 4-3 lead heading to the 7th. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Top of the 7th inning, and the Eights are looking to try and extend their lead. They lead 4-3, as Post States will have the top. Will have 2, 3, and 4. Jaden Wiebe, McGuire Rasky, and Andy Gordon all come to the plates. Wiebe, Rasky, Gordon. Rasky, the only guy with base hits right now for Post State. Just 2 hits so far in the ball game, and they've both been for McGuire Rasky, who's 2 for 3. Although a lot of guys have gotten on base, the lone RBI so far in the 4 times that Post State has scored has been from Lincoln Keenels, and also Rasky got an RBI single. But it has not been the best offensive performance so far here for Post State, but they have a 1-run lead, at least a lead going in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe. Here's a ground ball left side. That one will be off the glove of the third baseman Hayes. No chance for Zeman at short. And it should be the third hit of the ball game now for Post State. And the first hit by someone other than McGuire Rasky. But, here he comes to the plate now for Post State. Will be an infield single for Jaden Wiebe. So there is 1 on, nobody out here to open up the top of the 7th. And there's McGuire Rasky now to the plate. Pickoff attempt and back in safely is Wiebe. For Cameron Gadboys will go through his line. 5 innings pitched. He gave up 2 hits, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. He also hit a man, 4 runs, but all 4 of them were unearned. Rasky will try and drop down a bunt to get a base hit, but instead he'll throw it to second for 1, and Rasky will beat it out at first for a fielder's choice. Nearly turned into a bunt double play, but the lead runner was thrown out. Good play there from the pitcher, Portner, feeling his position well. Zeman nearly turned it in to a double play, but it is a fielder's choice. And 1 down now as it'll bring up Andy Gordon to the plate. First pitch to Gordon. He'll foul it straight back. Boy, he was on that one. Gordon is 0 for 3 so far. A strikeout, grounded to a fielder's choice, and a ground out victim. Down 0-1 the count here. Pickoff attempt of Rasky, back in safely as he dives in. Winterton with a good scoop over at first base. Cade Hinkle is on deck. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs now, 1-1. Due up for Sioux Falls West in the bottom of the 7th. It is the top of the order, Chatwell, Barron, and Aids. Right now they need at least one run in that 7th inning to keep the ball game alive, but Post State trying to extend their lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Upstairs now 2-1 here to Gordon. Post State led 1-0, trailed 3-1. All in the same inning, top of the 3rd. They got that one run in. They gave up 3 runs in the 3rd inning. Then immediately scored 3 runs in the top of the 4th to reclaim the lead. That's all the scoring we've had. Gordon will try and drop down a bunt for a base hit. It's a good one down the 3rd base line. The throw to first is in time, and there's now 2 down. The catcher leg was covering over at 3rd base, so Rasky couldn't get to 3rd base, but it is a sacrifice bunt for Andy Gordon. And it will bring up Caden Hinkle trying to drive in that run. A sacrifice 1-3. 2 down, Caden Hinkle now the plates. Base hit could give Post State a 5-3 lead. A big at-bats. Hinkle's only 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Here's the first pitch outside for ball 1. Hinkle, Dean, Lettler, 3 lefties in the order, all coming to the plate next. Isaac Pollock would hit for Nedved if his spot comes up, which would be after Spencer Lettler. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And Hinkle will sky it out towards left field, backing up is Sanders. He'll get underneath it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Bottom of the 7th, Post State clinging to a 4-3 lead over West. Back in a minute. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
Bottom of the 7th inning, top of the order is up for Sioux Falls West. Isaac Pollock trying to close out a 4-out save and give Post State win number 21 on the season and move them one step closer to potentially jumping over Sioux Falls West in the standings. Post State at 16-8 in South Dakota games. Sioux Falls West at 16-7 in South Dakota games. A doubleheader sweep for Pierre would push them over Sioux Falls West and would keep them over West for the remainder of the season, barring any other changes to the seed points. But I think the only changes that could possibly happen would be if Huron would beat Sioux Falls West, and that would definitely obviously hurt Sioux Falls West a chance to get back over Pierre. So it is Billy Chatwell to lead things off. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3 is our score. Isaac Pollock deals with the top of the order here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch to Chatwell is outside for ball 1. This is an all-important first out to get. Leadoff man in the order, leadoff man here in the inning. Very quick on the base pass. You would expect that he would try and maybe steal if he gets on base, and the count's 2-0 here to the leadoff man, Chatwell. Chatwell did walk in his second trip to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. Struck out swinging and also flew out to the right fielder. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one will not catch the zone, just a little bit low and maybe outside, and the count's now 3-0. Keno's went 5 2/3, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 hits, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, 3-0 pitches over for a strike, now 3-1. Did throw the 62 pitches for a strike and 107 pitches on the day. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That's a base hit for Billy Chatwell. Hit the edge of the infield dirt. and got a base hit, and Chatwell, the tying run, is on base here to open up the bottom of the 7th inning. And he'll bring up now Ethan Barron. Barron's got an RBI single, along with Dylan Aids, the next 2 men in the order. That's the 5th hit of the ball game now for Sioux Falls West. Barring extra innings, Sioux Falls West will out-hit Post State, whether they come back and win this one or fall in this game. They've out-hit out-hit Pierre. 5 hits to 3, but 4-3 lead for Post State. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Ethan Barron. Again, although Chatwell is very quick, the last thing you want to do is try and find your way getting thrown out as a tying run. But we'll see if maybe Barron did not show bunt in the first strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch, still not showing bunt. He'll back away from a pitch that comes inside, and the count is now 1-1. Hinkle did throw out a runner trying to steal second. That was Dylan Aids back in the 5th inning. So the arm kind of shown off from Hinkle and maybe giving Coach Charlie Jubanowski a thing to think about. 1-1 pitch as they swing and a miss, now 1-2. We'll see now if Billy Chatwell will take off with this 1-2 pitch. Pollock will come set. Here's the 1-2 to Barron. He'll take off. It's going to be taken high for a ball. The throw to second will bounce in, and just I think off of Chatwell. The count's 2-2. That one missed just high, but Chatwell is on as a tying run in scoring position now. That one nearly, I don't know if Weeby gets a full glove on it, makes a tag, if Chatwell's going to be out or not, but he is still in second and is safe at second. Here's now the 2-2 pitch to Barron. Swing and a miss. There's a big strikeout. One down here in the bottom of the 7th. And it brings up now Dylan Aids, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Has a big first out here for Post State in the bottom of the 7th inning. Aids also walked. He was caught stealing. Here's the first pitch to Dylan Aids. Be taken high for ball 1. Isaac Pollock looking for a 4-out save. He's got the first out of this bottom of the 7th. But a runner in scoring position here at second base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Comes inside and high, now 2-0. Gabe stalled beyond deck, followed by Graham Sanders. This is Isaac Pollock's opportunity to try and close this one out. This might be the last time we see Pollock until they play in the region round. 2-0 pitch. That one is on the outside edge at the letters. Now 2-1 to Dylan Aids. Everybody's playing straight up here for Aids. The 2-1 pitch is outside. Good block by Hinkle. It counts now 3-1, but that block is a big one for Post State. Otherwise, Chatwell is easily standing on third base and would only take a fly ball to get him in. But the count is 3-1. You don't got to give in to him. Gabe Stahl is on deck, but he is the cleanup hitter. We don't have to give in to the number 3 hitter with a 3-1 count. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Pollock over to Dylan Aids. He'll pop it up and foul out of play on the right side. So the count is now full at 3-2. It's a good mixture of speeds here with Lincoln Keenels, who throws above average, throws hard for Post State, and now you bring in Pollock, who isn't a soft tosser by any means, but really changes things up and changes the look on you. Here's a 3-2 pitch upstairs, and it will be a 1-out walk. And it's first and second. And now it's Gabe Stahl. Again, not the worst thing in the world right there, because a double play gets you out of the ball game. And I think we might have a pinch hitter. Excuse me, not pinch hitter, pinch runner for Aids. As coming in be Cody Moores. That will come in for Aids. So Cody Moores is in to run at first base. He is the potential winning run with one down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gabe Stahl, the right fielder, to the plate. We are now going to have Jack Van Camp go out there and play left field for Spencer Lettler. So just a straight switch defensively. A lot of times you see that defensive replacement start the inning, but Coach Brian White says we're going to go get Jack Van Camp. You know, and Van Camp will be the starter in game number 2, but this is a move that how hard he throws, it gives you that look. And Lettler is a good outfielder. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to, you can't say anything bad about Spencer Lettler as an outfielder, but the arm strength that Van Camp has over Lettler, a base hit makes you think about trying to send Chatwell to score. It gives you an opportunity to maybe throw him out. Here's Gabe Stahl. First pitch is taken for a strike at the letters. Stahl is 0 for 2, grounded out to the first baseman and also flew out to right field. He's been going the other way both times he swung the bat. Although now with Isaac Pollock up to the plate, we'll see if Stahl will try and turn on one. 0-1 pitch. He'll pop it up. He'll get out of play. And it's 0-2. So now a strike away from getting that second out. And again, a ground ball with runners at first and second could potentially get you out of this ball game and get you a win. 4-3 is our score here in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 count with one down with the runners at first and second. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Pollock to Stahl. Just outside, and it's now 1-2. Graham Sanders, he is on deck. Be followed by Matt Winterton. Pollock will come set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken just outside, and it's now 2-2. And again, the umpire has been consistent in that spot. It looks like it could be a strike. It's a close pitch. It's close to take, but the umpire has been consistent all game long on that outside edge. Whether you think it's going to be a strike or not, he's been consistent in that spot. 2-2 pitch. That one will be just high and outside, and the count's now 3-2. A little bit farther high and away on that from the 1-2 pitch. So now the count is 3-2. And Gabe Stahl now looking for a base hitter, ball 4. Here's a 3-2. Popped up, fouled out of play. We'll do it again here at 3-2. That one might have been ball 4 to Gabe Stahl. But here with a 3-2 count and one down here in the bottom of the 7th. Pollock comes set from the stretch. 3-2 pitch. Comes inside, and it's going to be a one-out walk, and the bases are now loaded. And it's Graham Sanders now to the plate. The winning run is in scoring position with one down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now the corners will come in. They'll try and keep the tying run, but the middle will stay back to try and turn a game-ending double play. So here is Graham Sanders. First pitch to him. He'll fly it out towards right field. Rasky going back. He'll make the catch, but it should be deep enough to tag and score the run to tie the ball game up. It will tie the ball game up. So it'll be first and third. The runner at second, and Dylan Aids tagged up to go to third. A sac fly RBI, and we are tied here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it will bring up Matt Winterton a chance to win the ball game. And so now Isaac Pollock will get on the mound. He will step off. So now he'll step off. Nope, no, time was called again. So his runner's at first and third, and now. So now Pollock will come set. He'll step off, and now he'll throw it to second for an appeal play to see if he left early. And they say he is safe. And Coach Brian White is not happy with that he was called safe at second base. So there is now 2 down, runners at first and third. Coach White thought he left early. The umpire is saying he had a perfect line on it, but it will be Matt Winterton to the plate now. A chance to win it here for Sioux Falls West. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. And here in the 7th inning, walks got you in trouble. Back-to-back walks to Aids and Stahl. Loaded the bases up after Chatwell got a leadoff single. And now there's 2 outs, runners at first and third. 1-0 pitch. That one is catching the across the knees, and now 1-1. Winterton is 0 for 3. Flew out to LA Live twice and also hit a line drive off the foot of Keenels and was played on a 1-4-3 putout as it counts now 2-1. Mitch Willis would be on deck. He'd be the last hitter of the inning, one way or the other, if he comes to the plate. We'd have the bases loaded with 2 outs, 2-1 pitch. That one's pops foul, out of play, and the count's now 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the 7th. Post State now trying to send this into extras. 2-2 count. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Pollock will come set from the stretch. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's outside, now 3-2. The runner will get a head start in Gabe Stahl. And really all that does is just say you can't go the short route on a ground ball. It's going to be hit up the middle. But that only run that matters is the runner at third base. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and we are headed to extras. Pollock will come back and get a strikeout. 1 run scores in the inning on just 1 hit. There were no errors, and 2 men left on base. The winning run stranded at third. We are heading to the 8th. Extra inning baseball here in Game 1. Post State and Pierre and Sioux Falls West tied at 4. As we head to the 8th, back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master. The clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
So we have some free baseball here in game number 1. Post State and Sioux Falls West tied at 4 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. And for the 8th, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Bennett Dean, Spencer Lettler, and Isaac Pollock. When I reach his base, it'll be then Elliott Life. The 8s will be looking for that go-ahead run from their 6, 7, and 8 hitters. So Carter Portner will deliver the first pitch to Bennett Dean, and that is outside for ball 1. Dean's 0 for 2 so far, struck out swinging, flew out to the right fielder. He lost his elbow guard, and will just end up throwing it over to Jack Van Camp. Lettler was replaced by Van Camp, so he will be the second hitter, as it counts now 2-0 here to Bennett Dean. Post State, again, that bottom of the 7th inning, the 2 walks in the inning got them in trouble, but Post State hasn't been able to take advantage of the walks that Sioux Falls West has been giving, as the count's now 2-1. It's 7 guys, 7 free passes from Sioux Falls West from the starter Cameron Gadboys. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Dean will pop it up and foul it out of play. And the count is now 2-2 here to the leadoff hitter. Here in the top of the 8th, Post State has played in 1 extra inning game so far. They lost it to Jackson, Minnesota. 2-2 is outside now, 3-2. But we are back to the regular rules of nobody is on to open up the extra innings. It wasn't the Dakota Classic that Post State played in the extra inning game, so they had a runner on second to open up each inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That is outside for ball 4, a leadoff walk to open up the top of the 8th. And it's now going to be Jack Van Camp, his first chance to swing the bat. He'll be the Game 2 starter. And he can be a guy that can maybe be a little bit of a hero here for Post State. We'll see if Van Camp will try and bunt the ball to give the 8s a runner in score position. Here's the first pitch. Van Camp showing bunt, pulls it back, taken high for ball 1. The third baseman, and Dylan Hayes, is coming a long way in. Excuse me, Mitch Willis is the third baseman. The 1-0 pitch. Pulls it back again. This time, though, taking it for a strike. It's now 1-1. So Willis is at third base, and Moores, he was over at second. And the count is 1-1 here to Jack Van Camp. Not bunting this time, not showing bunt this time, and we'll take it low and away for ball 2. 2-1 here to JVC. Isaac Pollock is on deck. So far, Van Camp batting .429 on the season. He is 3 for 7. Big swing and a miss by Van Camp as he drops down to an E. The count's now 2-2. Van Camp has a triple, and one of his 3 hits so far, just 3 for 7. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Van Camp swings and misses and strikes out, and there's one down. And we'll bring up now Isaac Pollock, the pitcher here for Post State. Pollock will get his first cuts here. Nedved went 0 for 3 in the ball game. Spencer Lettler went 0 for 2. Both those guys were relieved in that 7th inning, or 6th inning for Nedved, 7th inning for Lettler. First pitch to Pollock will miss low for ball 1. Isaac Pollock so far on the season, hitting .324, 6 runs driven in. Pickoff attempt, and Dean is back in safely. Pollock against South Dakota opponents is .208 so far with 2 runs driven in. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. There's a line drive down the right field line that gets out of play, and it's now 1-1. 3 hits so far for the Eights. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for Sioux Falls West as we play here in the top of the 8th inning. There's a 1-1 pitch. Pollock swings and misses. Actually, it ended up going off the bat of Pollock, so it ended up being a foul ball as it wasn't caught cleanly by leg. So the count is now 1-2. Here with 1 down in the top of the 8th inning. Portnero comes set from the stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Pollock. That one will bounce in, now 2-2. On deck, Elliott Life. The Eights are looking to reclaim the lead. Led 1-0, trailed 3-1, came right back and took a 4-3 lead all the way until the bottom of the 7th inning. Another pickoff attempt and back in safely again is Dean over at first base. With the 3 hits of 1 hit for Wiebe in the number 2 spot, and Rassey's got 2 hits in the number 3 spot. 2-2 pitch. And Pollock off the glove of the first baseman, Winterton. It's going to be a base hit for Isaac Pollock. Would nearly turn into an inning-ending double play. Whether, Dean froze on the line drive, actually came back to first base on the line drive. It would have been a double play no matter what, just because of Dean taking the secondary lead, but it went off the glove of Winterton into right field, and it's a 1-out single for Isaac Pollock, and it's now first and second with 1 down, and it's Elliott Life a chance maybe to give Post State the lead. A game of inches off the glove of Winterton. We would go in the bottom of the 8th if that's secured, or maybe just an inch a little bit closer to him on the line drive. Life will take upstairs for ball 1. And a game of inches back in the top of the 4th inning when McGuire Raskey got the RBI single. I mean, that dropped right on the left field line. That was barely a fair ball that gave Post State the lead. LA Life will go try and do that over there on the left side. It will land in foul territory, but a chance, and running out of time was Graham Sanders, as it counts now 1-1 as it lands foul. Benedine went back to second, maybe thinking of being able to tag, depending on if Sanders would have dove for it or had to fall to make the play. I've seen Dean take off for third base and maybe tag up and get the third. Lincoln Keenels is on deck. The top of the order is up next here for Post State with first and second, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. 1-1 pitch. Life will sky it out towards right center field. That one's going back. That one's going to get down for a base hit. Benedict's going to round third. He's going to try and score. The throw coming in. No throw. Elliott Life with a go-ahead double in the top of the 8th. And Post State right back on top 5-4. Elliott Life has given Post State the lead right back here in the top of the 8th. 7th RBI on the season. And the Eights are in business still with runners at second and third and one out.
For an RBI double.
RBI double brings up the shortstop, Lincoln Keenholz.
Bennett Dean score without a throw. You're getting closer to Pollock even coming around to score. But he's held up at third base. First pitch missed to Lincoln Keenholz. And Post State can try and finally extend the lead past a one-run advantage. Runners at second and third. Top of the order now, one down in the top of the eighth inning. Portner will come set from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss low. Now 2-0 here to Keenholz. He is 0 for 3 so far. Walked in the first. Risha and Air had an RBI in the fourth inning. And then flew out to the right fielder. Second and third here with one down. 2-0 pitch now to Keenholz. That one will also miss. Now 3-0 and a base is free for Keenholz right now, but Jaden Wiebe, one of the few guys that's gotten a base hit. 5 hits now in total for Post State. 2 of those 5 hits coming in this inning. Here's a 3-0. It's over for a strike. Now it's 3-1. A single and a double. Pollock singled. Only extra base hit so far, a double for Elliott Life. It's giving the Post State a 3-1 lead. They're going to bring the infield all the way in now, except for the shortstop. 3-1 pitch. There's a ground ball that's going to get the run in. Fielded by Zeman. He will not make the play. They're going to try and tag out Life. Now he's caught into a pickle. Life's going to try and go all the way home. He'll try and avoid the tag, but he is tagged out. And it's now going to be a 6-4 lead, but there's 2 away. It's an RBI infield single for Lincoln Keenholz. But Elliott Life is thrown out. It'll be 6-5-2 on Elliott Life being thrown out. And it's now Jaden Wiebe to the plate with runner on first. A 6-4 lead here for the Eights in the top of the eighth. A good heads-up play there from Zeman. No chance to get Keenholz at first base. And he just lobbed it over to the third baseman, Mitch Willis. And Elliott Life rounded third, thinking the throw was going to go to first base. And when he did, he got too far off the bag. And Elliott Life ended up having to try and score on the play, and then he got getting thrown out. As Wiebe will skate out towards left field, Graham Sanders will get underneath it. He'll make the catch, retire the side here in the top of the eighth inning. But Post State's 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, a RBI double and an RBI single from Elliott Life and Lincoln Keenholz. No errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the eighth. Post State now leading 6-4, trying to close out game 1. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
So now here in the bottom of the eighth inning, it is a chance for Post State to close this one out. Isaac Pollock now looking for a 7th one. He ended up the only blown save so far of the season for Post State. They were 5 for 5 on save opportunities, now 5 for 6, but Pollock can get the win here for Post State as he will deal with 7, 8, and 9. Mitch Willis, Jamie Legg, and Michael Zeman. Mitch Willis took over at third base, but he's 0 for 2 so far. A strikeout swing, strikeout looking, and he drew a walk. Isaac Pollock will be looking to try and finish this one out. The largest lead of the game for Post State, 6-4. They led by 1 in the top of the third, led by 1 after the top of the fourth. And now they lead by 2 here in the bottom of the eighth inning. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Willis. That one's lined back and it's now 1-1. Jamie Legg, then Michael Zeman would follow, or will follow. 8 and 9, each with a base hit so far of the 5 that Sioux Falls West has gathered. 1-1 is outside, and it's now 2-1. Polak looking for his 7th win. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one will miss low and outside, now 3-1. Trying to avoid getting that leadoff man on base here to open up the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Willis. That one is missed just low, maybe a little outside, and it is a leadoff walk to Mitch Willis. Second time he's been walked, and it's now Jamie Legg, who's been on base twice. Here comes Coach Brian White out the talk. I don't know if they're going to go to Jack Van Camp to try and close it out, or maybe just give a little bit of a breather here for Isaac Polak, maybe see how he's feeling. Jamie Legg is going to be coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single and also drew a walk. And the 2 times he's come to the plate, or 3 times he's come to the plate, also flew out to the right fielder and McGuire Askey. Lane Keenels went 5 2/3, had a chance to get the win, but it was a blown save in the bottom of the 7th. Scored a run on 1 hit. Did Sioux Falls West in that bottom of the 7th, but now a chance here in the bottom of the 8th for Post State to finish out a win. They're up by 2 right now. Jamie Legg, first pitch to him is over for strike 1. Now a visit from Coach Brian White. A little bit, maybe some reassurance for Isaac Polak to try and finish this one out. 0-1 pitch. That's outside, now 1-1. Michael Zeman's 1 for 3. He is on deck, and this back to the top of the order for Billy Chatwell, who actually led off the bottom of the 7th and came around to score that tying run. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one is just outside, and it's now 2-1. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Game 1 still, 6-4 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Post State has that 2-run lead, and there's a line drive out towards left field. Jack Van Camp's going to get over his head for extra base hits. He'll come up with it. It's going to be a double for Jamie Legg, and all of a sudden, the tying run is in score position, just 2 batters in here to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it will bring up the number 9 hitter, Michael Zeman. Nobody out. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Zeman is 1 for 3 so far. From the windup, here's the first pitch to Zeman. That is over for strike 1, right at the letters. So again, with a 2-run lead, you'll trade it out for a run here and try and keep that runner at 2nd and Jamie Legg. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one blocked by Hinkle. Good block by Hinkle. And it counts now 1-1. That one missed low and outside. Again, with a 2-run lead, you're not too concerned about the runner at 3rd base. You're more concerned about the runner at 2nd. That one's popped up. Let's see if Hinkle gets to play at it. It will land on top of the grandstand. And it counts now 1-2. Billy Chatwell is on deck. Jack Van Camp's out in left field. Elliott Life in center. McGuire Askey in right. Andy Gordon at 3rd. Leah Keenels at shorts. Jane Wiebe at 2nd. Bennett Dean at 1st. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High and outside, now 2-2. Jack Van Camp's the starter in game number 2, but you wonder if Coach White maybe thinks about going to him. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs now 3-2. If Polak unable to get this man, the bases would be loaded with nobody out for the top of the order. And do you think maybe to go get Van Camp to try and close it out? Here's the 3-2 pitch. Comes upstairs, and it is a walk, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. The go-ahead winning run is on at first base. No movement from the first base dugout. Coach White does start to come out, but talking about the defensive alignment, again, you'll trade a double play for a run. But the corners will be in to try and maybe start a 5-2-3 or a 3-2-3 double play, and maybe a ground ball right back to the mound would be a good one. First pitch to Chatwell is missed outside for ball one. So it's the fourth walk issued by Pollock here in just an inning and a third work. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Chatwell. Comes inside, taken for a strike. Again, the inside part of the plate has been a strike consistently all game. The outside edge has not been the strike that's been called. As the count is now 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Chatwell. That one will get to the backstop, and a run was going to come in to score. It's now 6-5, second and third with nobody out. And now the infield will have to come in to try and keep this ball game tied. And the winning run is now in scoring position with nobody out. Count is 2-1. Everybody's going to come in. Try and get a ground ball right somewhere, right to someone. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Upstairs now 3-1. And a big hitter's count here for Billy Chatwell. Ethan Barron is on deck. 3-1 pitch. That one will miss for ball four. And the bases are now loaded once again. And it's now Ethan Barron. Now, that wasn't probably the worst thing in the world to happen either. Again, a ground ball. You can go home with it. It can be a force out. So maybe you can start a double play, but you can't trade that 2 outs for 1 run. As Ethan Barron a chance to tie the ball game up. First pitch. That's over for strike one. Barron's 1 for 4 with an RBI single. 6-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 pitch. Outside now 1-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. All started with a leadoff walk. A double, another walk, a wild pitch, and then a third walk issued. Has got the bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Infield fly if it's fair, but it is a foul ball, so Bennett Dean will have to make the catch. And there's a big first out here with the tying run 90 feet away. That's a big first out. It will bring up now Cody Morris, who ran for Dylan Aids. So Cody Morris is the man
Number 9, Cody Morris.
that is up to the plate and a chance to tie or give the win for Sioux Falls West. First pitch upstairs. Boy, a ground ball right back to Isaac Pollock would be absolutely fantastic right now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is over for a strike. Now 1-1. Might be the farthest outside pitch we've seen call a strike in this afternoon in game number 1. The middle is gone back. Double play depth. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's taken for a strike, and it's now 1-2. On deck is Gabe Stahl. 1-2 count here to Cody Morris. His first at bat of this ball game. Comes with the bases loaded, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and there's 2 down. And it will bring up now Gabe Stahl, who has to drive in that tying run. Stahl is 0 for 2 so far. Ground out and a fly out to the right side. 2 walks from Gabe Stahl. 2 outs, bases loaded. The bases were loaded with nobody out. It was a wild pitch that made it 6-5. Bases loaded again, now 2 away. Here's the first pitch to Gabe Stahl. First pitch is missed for ball 1. So now you don't have to worry about any kind of a ground ball that could score a run other than just make the play. Easiest play here gets you out of this ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gabe Stahl. That one will miss. Good block by Hinkle, and the count's now 2-0. Graham Sanders would be, again, the last man to come to the plate in this inning or in the ball game, depending on what happens. Nobody can hit after Graham Sanders. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Stahl. Upstairs, and it's now 3-0. And Pollock's got to throw a strike. He's got to throw a couple strikes here. You got to believe that Stahl's going to be taken all the way here with a 3-0 count. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike. It's now 3-1. And what do? Do you pick out a spot here for Gabe Stahl? with a 3-1 count and try and win the ball game. With the 2 outs, everybody will be off with contact. 3-1 pitch comes over for a strike, and it's now 3-2. Everybody gets a head start, so a base hit would win the game for Sioux Falls West. With the runner at second, and Michael Zeman will get a head start. Everybody will. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Payoff pitch upcoming. From the windup, 3-2 pitch. Comes inside, and it's going to be a walk. And the bases are going to be loaded again, and the game is tied 6-6. And we'll bring up Graham Sanders, the last man to come to the plate in this bottom of the 8th inning. So Sanders can either win it or we go to the 9th inning. Here's the first pitch to Graham Sanders. Misses outside for ball 1. What happened in the bottom of the 7th, it was a fly ball to the right field for Rasky. He made the catch. The runner tagged from second to third, and Coach White thought that he had left early as the count's now 1-1, but you have to get on the mound and get on the rubber and then step off when the guy's at the plate to appeal the throw or appeal the play. And the umpire said he was safe. Coach White was not happy with it. 1-1 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's now 1-2. Graham Sanders had a sac fly RBI. That was his spot where that play happened. It tied the game up in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Sanders. Swing. Did he check to swing? They're going to check him, and he did not go. It's tough for the umpire that's behind second base or behind the mound around second base to make that call, but boy, it looked close. It looked like he maybe went, but the count is now 2-2 here with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch to Sanders. Comes up above him, and it's now a full count. And this is a pitch that could send us to the 9th or send us to game number 2. 3-2 pitch with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. It is missed for tied. Called strike 3. It looked like it was missed for ball 4. He was on his way to first base, and it was called strike 3. And it will end the inning here in the bottom of the 8th. We are still tied. We head to the 9th inning. 6-6. Post 8, Sioux Falls West. Back in a minute. Listen to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post 8 apparel? All Around Graphics and Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics and Pierre, your one-stop shop.
So we play more free baseball here at Harmon Park in game number 1. We head to the top of the 9th inning. 3, 4, and 5 here for Post 8. 6-6 is our score. As the 8s will have McGuire Rasky, Andy Gordon, and Cade Hinkle. Anybody gets on base, it'll then be to Benedine. Carter Portner in for now his 4th inning of work. He came in the 6th inning. Probably didn't think that he'd be working maybe in the 4 innings of this game. But we are in the top of the 9th inning. First pitch is missed for ball 1. Rasky is 2 for 4 so far in the ball game. 2 singles. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside now 2-0. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 7th inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Rasky. Upstairs now 3-0. Rasky, Gordon, and then Hinkle. Bennett Dean would be the man if anybody reaches base. And if you're Post 8, you better hope that happens with a 6-6 tie here at the top of the 9th inning. Here's the 3-0. That one misses. A 4-pitch walk to open up the top of the 9th inning. And we got Andy Gordon. And we're going to have a mound visit upcoming here from Sioux Falls West. Gordon comes in this at-bat, still searching for his first hit. He's 0 for 3 so far. Had a sacrifice bunt in his last at-bat in the top of the 7th. The Eights have scored 2 runs in the last inning in the top of the 8th, thanks to an RBI double from Elliott Live, an RBI infield single for Lincoln Keenels. But boy, oh boy, as this game continues to flip-flop around. We thought maybe we were going to see this game end at the bottom of the 7th, and Sioux Falls West scored that run. Well, then 2 runs at the top of the 8th. You think that's going to do it. Nope, Sioux Falls West comes back and scores 2 runs and was a pitch away from walking that one off with a walk, as it was Sanders that was moving over, or was going to first base. Gordon showing bunt, pulls it back, taken for strike 1. He is 0 for 3 so far. And Sanders is making his way to first base, thinking he had a walk-off walk. Instead, the umpire called strike 3. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Gordon will pull it back and will foul it down the third base line. The third baseman, Mitch Willis, was coming in, and he had to back up pretty quickly with the cleanup hitter at the plate. So now an 0-2 count here to Gordon. Probably not going to be bunting any more here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. Kane Hinkle, he'd be searching for his first hit. Well, he's on deck here for Post State. 1-2 pitch. Gordon out towards left field. That one's going back on Sanders. He'll get underneath to make the catch. And there's one down here in the top of the 9th. And again, where the wind is blowing in, if that's blowing out or just a steady wind or a no wind, might get over the head of Sanders, although he's probably playing a little bit deeper than what he is right now. Most of the outfield has been playing in because of the way the wind is. So now Cade Hinkle to the plate. Runner on first with 1 down. First pitch to Hinkle. Will miss low and outside for ball 1. You have Hinkle, Dean, and Van Camp. 3 straight lefties in the order. Portner walked the first lefty in this inning, and McGuire Rasky on 4 pitches in the lead off the top of the 9th. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Hinkle will ground it over the left side. Zeman goes off a bad hop, and now Rasky will take off from second. He's going to head to third. Over to third base. He's going to get in sliding safely without a throw. You can't fault Zeman for that play. You got to give Hinkle a base hit because the way how that hit off the infield, off the dirt, I mean, it just skipped up and off the shoulder of Zeman. Maybe got a piece of it with a glove, but is now first and third. And you talk about a game that just gives you some bad breaks sometimes. That's what makes baseball so exciting and also so frustrating at the same time if you're on the other end. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a tailor-made double play ball, but with Zeman at short, the fielding skills that he has gives a good chance for a double play. But instead it's now first and third. Upstairs for ball 1 to Bennett Dean. Dean walked and came around to score on Elliott Life's go-ahead double in the top of the 8th. First and third here with 1 down in the top of the 9th. Eights are looking to reclaim the lead again. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs now 2-0. A delayed steal. Hinkle will make his way to second. He was trying to bait Legg to throw it to second base, but Legg did not throw it. So it's now second and third. A base hit could give Post State a 2-run lead. The infield will come in all the way around here. Except for Zeman, he'll back up and stay behind the runner at second. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And Dean will lay it out to right field. That will be enough for a out be made. A throw coming to the plate. It's going to be up the line. Rasky will come in to score as Post State will take the lead again. An RBI sac fly for Bennett Dean. Gabe Stahl made the catch. His throw home was up the first base line. So a sac fly RBI. And Post State back on top again. Now up 7-6 with 2 away. Hinkle stayed at second. So it's Jack Van Camp trying to give Post State a 2-run lead. Van Camp struck out swinging his only at-bat so far. Sun trying to peek out a little bit. That's the only thing we haven't seen in this game has been the sun. Seen everything else. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Ball game nearing 2 hours and 30 minutes as we play here in the top of the ninth. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Van Camp. We'll see him starting game number 2, whenever that might be. At some point, this ball game will come to an end, right? Here's a 1-1 pitch to Van Camp. That's outside, now 2-1. On deck is Isaac Pollock. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Jack Van Camp. And Van Camp will sky it out towards right field. Gabe Stahl will make his way over to the line. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the ninth. But Bennett Dean gives Post State the lead back once again. 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the bottom of the ninth. Post State again trying to finish this one out, up 7-6. Listen to Post State baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Bottom of the ninth, Post State's 3 outs away again from trying to win this ball game. Matt Winterton, Mitch Willis, and Jamie Legg be the first 3 hitters, as the Eights had the lead in the bottom of the 7th, in the bottom of the 8th, and now going in the bottom of the 9th. 1 run scored in the 7th, 2 runs scored in the 8th. Post State answer with those 2 runs in the top of the 8th, and also a run now in the top of the 9th. They lead at 7-6. As Matt Winterton is now to the plate, 6, 7, and 8. Isaac Pollock again trying to finish this one out. Playing a full major league game here, but we got a doubleheader. Even major leaguers don't play 9 innings in doubleheaders right now, other than in extra innings like we are in this game 1 of the doubleheader against Sioux Falls West. Glad you could join us here for this great first game. I almost hope the second game is a little less exciting than this one. First pitch is missed outside for ball 1 to Matt Winterton. He's 0 for 4 so far. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one will catch the outside edge, now 1-1. Isaac Pollock came in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch, there's a line shot, and Winterton's got his first hit. He's 1 for 5 in this ball game. And the tying run, once again, will be on base to open up the extra inning here in the bottom of the 9th. In the 7th, 8th, and now 9th inning, down their last 3 outs, Sioux Falls West has got the leadoff man on base all 3 times. So now here's Mitch Willis, who is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. There's a ground ball right back to Pollock, goes off of him. Now Keenels will have to make a play to first. A throw to first is going to get off of Dean's glove, and it'll be now 1st and 3rd here with nobody out. And so when it looked like it was going to be a runner at second with 1 down, instead it's now 1st and 3rd, and the air might be charged to Dean. And the infield will come in all the way around. And it'll bring up Jamie Legg. We'll see if there's a delayed steal at all. First pitch to Legg. He'll foul that first pitch off left side. Willis, the go-ahead winning run is on at first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So Winterton is on at third base. Runner takes off. That's going to tie the ball game up as that one will get away. rounding second, staying at second base. So we are tied once again here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And the count is now 1-1. Another wild pitch scoring another run. So here is Jamie Legg. A chance with a 1-1 count here in the tie ball game. Winning run is at second. There's a line shot. That's a base hit. Rounding third and trying to come in to score the winning run. The throw coming to the plate is up the line. And Sioux Falls West walks it off in the bottom of the ninth inning. They win it 8-7 here in game number 1. And that's a huge, huge win for Sioux Falls West in game 1 of this doubleheader. A walk-off single for Jamie Legg in the bottom of the ninth inning. And Post State falls 8-7 here in game 1. We step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap it up here in game 1. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we welcome you back here to Harmon Park in game number 1, the final score 8-7. A walk-off single for Jamie Legg gives Post State gives Sioux Falls West the win over Post State. And a heartbreaker for the Eights. They had the lead going the bottom of the 7th. A run scored in the 7th inning, then a 2-run lead going the bottom of the 8th. Another 2 runs scored in the 8th inning. Post State had the lead going in the top of the 9th. They're going in the bottom of the 9th with a 7-6 lead. But another 2 runs scored in the bottom of the 9th inning to win it for Sioux Falls West 8-7 here in game 1 of the doubleheader. 7 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 9 men left on base for Post State. 8 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors, and 11 men. It was 8 runs or 8 hits for Sioux Falls West, 3 errors, and 11 men left on base for Sioux Falls West. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 34 minutes, and a walk-off win 8-7. For Sioux Falls West over Pierre. Tough loss in game number 1, but now you got to turn things back around here pretty quickly. Be about half an hour before we get the second game, or a little less than half an hour now before the second game gets underway. But that is a game that you got to get out of your memory really quick, and you got to come back and win the second game, because that can lead to, you don't want to get swept here. You feel pretty good. You're going to host. I mean, 1 win and your host, even with 2 losses, you probably still are going to host anyway. But another loss like that really kind of starts to maybe inch at you a little bit, and maybe not. I shouldn't say it will turn things bad here for Post State, but one that can maybe linger if you don't pick up a win here in game number 2. You go the Gopher Classic on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and a win like this can kind of win in the second game can make you forget about it, and also get you set for that weekend and just completely forget about that walk-off loss. in a game where both State had their chances. There was a lot of walks issued from Sioux Falls West that the Eights weren't able to overtake. Cameron Gadboys through 5 innings gave up 4 runs, and none of them were earned. Post State did take advantage of the errors, but maybe not enough as they would probably like, and enough with the walks as they would like, as they end up falling here 8-7 in Game 1 of this doubleheader, as they will be looking for that second win, or that second game win coming up here in just a little bit. They are now 20-14 on the season. Sioux Falls West will extend their total 17-7 now in South Dakota games. Post State at 16-9 in South Dakota games. So really, without a tough loss somewhere from Sioux Falls West, they've pretty much put themselves in front of Pierre the rest of the way in the Legion standings. But the Eights are still going to be looking for that second win here in game number 2 of this doubleheader. They'll turn to Jack Van Camp, who had the ball in game number 2, as they'll be looking to finish with a split here against Sioux Falls West. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. When we come back, we will hear from News Director Zach Nelson with his weekday news. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube.